Anyways, there we go. Now, the nobody that is watching us, because I forgot to post it to any social media because I've been doing family shit all day. So like, didn't post anywhere that I was streaming. Fine, whatever. This is for future people to watch.
They watch. It's not for them. It's for us.
Yeah, as we're all like operating on half a tank of gas right now, anyways. So we'll see how this turns out. I think we're still gonna have fun though.
I came to play, motherfucker. I just like binge watched 4 seasons of fucking Boondocks overnight.
Oh damn. Damn.
Actually, you know what other show? Like, I'm gonna finish Shoresy really quick, but the other show I've watched is The Peripheral. Does anyone?
I've heard of that name before. I don't know exactly what it is though.
It's pretty. It's like 2032, and yeah, the main character, the main actress is Chloe Grace Moretz.
Oh yeah. I did watch that one. That's on Amazon Prime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was fucking amazing. Oh, that was. You're gonna love it. That was great.
I finished episode 2.
I've been watching.
Wild.
That's really good.
Absolutely wild.
I've been watching a lot of Amazon Prime shows, and that's one that's been like on my radar for just something to pick up next. I watched Upload, like all of Upload. That show is fucking
great,
hilarious.
I love that show.
I did not think it was going to be as good as it has been.
Yeah, I had low expectations for Upload. But no, Peripheral. Okay. Yeah, I remember which one it is now. That was an amazing show. Lily and I just decided to like watch an episode to see if it was good, and just then sat down and binged it. Like,
yeah, I'm episode 2, so I gotta keep going. The only thing is I can't watch it during lunch because the episodes are too long for my lunchtime.
Yeah,
so I have to like watch it after work. So.
Oh, that's yeah, music.
Even 2 episodes in, and I'm already like, "What the shit?"
Yeah, I won't talk about it because there's a lot of things that could be easily spoiled. It's just good. Yeah. I'm going to say it's just good and leave it at that.
Sorry, what was it called? Peripheral?
Peripheral.
Yeah.
I watched the new Saw movie this weekend.
How was that?
First 30 minutes is kind of a drag, not gonna lie. But after that, it's pretty fucking good.
Actually
not gonna lie.
Up.
Nice.
Not my favorite Saw movie, but
I don't think I've sat down like beginning to finish through in a Saw movie in like since like basically the first one. Like I've caught bits of them over the years, but
the 5th one is my favorite one.
Never watched any of them. Although I'm not a horror fan, so I haven't watched like any horror movies.
I wouldn't call them like horror.
I like it because it's like the plot actually gets me. Watching movies a lot of the time, I like in Shutter Island, I knew he was crazy at 20 minutes in. Like, you know, you figure out things a lot, and in Saw, they actually get me. The only other thing that actually got me was the first 5 seasons of Game of Thrones, where it's actually like, oh shit, that happened? Why did that happen? What the fuck?
They didn't hold back in that show, which was great.
No, he always committed like the biggest writer hurdles, like murdering your main character after spending so long building them up as a main character.
Yeah,
but I mean,
yeah, that caught a lot of people off guard. Yeah, you should have known.
Sean Bean in the show.
Yeah, it's like Sean Bean's there. Oh, how's he gonna die?
Yeah. That's why I haven't watched The Rig yet, because I'm like, is he just gonna die in the first season?
It's Sean Bean. Yes, he is gonna die.
It's Sean Bean.
There's entire compilations of that.
You know what I watched yesterday that I walked in with really low expectations and hate that I liked so much? The Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Hell yeah.
It's fucking good.
Is it actually?
It's well thought out. It gives a good like fucking like the source material is there, but it's not.
Apparently on Rotten Tomatoes, it has one of the largest divides between like the normal people score and the critics score of like pretty much any movie. The critics gave it like
Five Nights at Freddy's is. Yeah, the critics are just
the critics gave it like nothing, whereas everybody else has rated it really good.
Yeah, I like even for somebody who's not like enamored with the franchise, but like familiar enough with it, like I really enjoyed it. It was a good romp. It was a good movie.
Love to hear that.
I'm willing to give it a go. Yeah. But like
Some
the
movies
critics are
coming
all
up, I'm
probably too
excited.
snobby about it. Be like, this is not a movie.
It's a video game.
It's like meant
movie.
for like my youngster's excited to go see it. Like we're gonna go to the theaters in a couple days.
So many good movies coming out soon. Argyle, I can't wait to see that.
Oh yeah, Argyle looked interesting.
Although I can't get over Henry Cavill's hair in it. It looks so weird. Yeah, like the Marvels comes out in 2 weeks,
When did they push back Dune Part 2?
mid next year.
Yeah, rip.
But that's gonna be so good.
Yes. Want it now. Stupid strike, stupid greedy corporations, stupid capitalism.
Yeah, that's why a lot of the TV shows that I have, like the seasonal TV shows I regularly watch, just aren't on right now.
No, and next year is going to be at the weirdest fucking dry spells as they try to catch up on shit.
Yep, but that means it's a perfect time to get a Dropout subscription so that you can go back and watch all the fucking Dimension 20s, because fucking a lot of them are great, and the newest one, Burrow's End, where they're all stoats, is fucking just incredible.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
behind on the D20. I want to catch
Me
up.
too.
Like Metropolis, fucking the Dungeons and Drag Queens I haven't watched. Like,
That was really good.
yeah,
that one was really
fucking
good.
amazing.
Especially like if you're like a fucking RuPaul's Drag Race fan and like are really familiar with them, like it's a fucking great experience.
I'm not, but Brie is, and I think that this is my opportunity to like,
Yep.
Test that
social
water.
engineer that she's gonna like D&D.
Oh, a way to try and get her in on that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see it.
Well, up until now, I've just been yelling, "I cast Fireball" during sex, and she doesn't seem to like that too much. So
Oh
Wow, buddy. Wow.
So when you fall asleep and she puts her feet on your leg, does she go chill touch?
It just reminds me of like Blood Ninja memes.
You're doing it all wrong, Adam. You gotta be like, now I'm going to give you my sword.
the swan,
My
the
sword.
lady.
Shillelagh. I cast Shillelagh.
Oh my god.
Makes it magical.
Well,
I could get a lot grosser with this. I'm not going to.
speaking of like being nerds and role playing, let's be nerds and role play then. Let's actually like do it instead of talking about it. Welcome
The
back to
grease
Whispers
smell.
in the Weird. Whispers of the Weird, Whispers in the
You
Weird.
sick fuck.
Son of a bitch, people. All right. Last session was more basically shenanigans within the city itself. You spent a little bit more time. I want to say planning for your future endeavors, but really there's no real planning involved as of yet. But you guys, you guys did a little bit of, I guess, sort of traveling around. Carson managed to finally get into the Font of Inspiration, where it went horribly, horribly awry for him, and now he's misshapen and ugly, but hiding it and trying to be positive about it. It's fine. Everything is fine as far as that is concerned. I'm not going to get into too much details about it. If you guys want to know more, just like if you're watching this, watch the last episode. If you didn't watch the last episode, why are you here? But they basically left off thinking about doing some research, and I believe we left off with you in the library. I believe so. And there was like the big tentacled like librarian thingy, and you were like trying to find some information. And I believe that where we left off, it was Doc and who was with Doc? Carson. So yeah,
You couldn't
that
spell
is.
the name correctly.
Yeah,
Because they went to tell off the door.
All right. And that's basically where we're going to pick back up for now is Doc and Carson. You're in this library. You know that there's you were trying to find answers, but you couldn't find the answers because you didn't yet have the questions. You were trying to figure out what to ask, but you were having a hard time with it. That's why we decided to give a break. Let's give you a week to sort of like suss this out player wise to see if you could figure out what questions you should be asking. And now we're going to get back into it and see if you could figure out, like, you're going to be hunting some vampires to see if there's anything to do with that. You know, you have to go to the Darkened Earth, as you've been referring to it as Earth 2. And in order to get to the Sanguine, because you need to cover that token with the blood of a full-fledged vampire. Actually, one thing I wanted to do before we continue, let's go to the items here. Who was, like, you've gotten the path tokens for them. Who was carrying these path tokens? Like, you were probably storing most of them. Who's at least going to be carrying the path token of blood as you adventure, trying to soak it in blood?
I'm going to say either Doc or Cash because they seem like the most responsible.
Cash, you want to do it or do you want me to do it? Or do you want to flip a coin for it?
I think I'm already in charge of the gold. And I think if I'm going to be the treasurer of the group, then somebody else should hold the
I'll do it.
tokens.
I'll do it. Doc will keep track of all the tokens.
Doc will keep the tokens. Okay, so Doc, let's go to equipment here. I'm gonna quickly change you to your human form so we can see your equipment. There we go. Well, actually, here, what I'll do, I'll make it super easy for you guys. I'm gonna put them in your shared bin. Nope, you don't have that one yet. The other ones. The chain, the crow, the cube, and the void. There you go. Now you guys can just do what you want with them. The path tokens are what let you go to the various places. Although you know that the blood one needed a certain requirement to work. All right. You're in the library. Actually, we might as well, let's Timeborn. Let's look at Timeborn here. You are in the Library of Worlds. At least two of you are. And you took a moment to stand aside, speak amongst yourselves, see if you could figure out some questions because you weren't sure what books to read on per se. So yeah, what do you guys want to do? What are you doing?
Look, Doc. I can't fucking remember. Is it Dovahkiin? Is it Donovan?
Look,
Doberman?
it started with a silent D, so it's somewhere. You're in the ballpark.
Look, man, I'm gonna do something I haven't done since like high school, which was like a year and a half ago for me.
Okay.
I'll take you to like a quiet, shitty part of the library where like there's books that nobody has touched, and I'm gonna smoke a joint.
All right.
You might want to like avert your eyes while I pull my ugly mask down. I'm like
Doc's
going through all the
trying to,
names.
like, mask the secondhand smoke coming off of it, trying not to let it linger too far. Like just like waving his arms and blowing it around really quickly.
Carson would probably have a dab pen that smells like strawberries.
Oh, well, you didn't say that. You said light a joint.
I did say light a joint, but thinking about this 19-year-old, he would probably have a dab pen.
Okay.
That makes sense.
100%.
And then it'll come to me. It has a fucking J in it, dude. Javaki.
Can you just write it down? Like right now?
Javaki, dude. Fucking Javaki, and then I'll write it down. Javaki.
Do you want me to put it in the chat again? Do you need it in the chat again?
You can put it in the chat. I have it. I can put it in the
you
chat.
have it, or you? It's up to you then.
Yeah. I fucking remembered, dude. Let's go back. Let's go back to the tentacle.
And all it took was a little bit of medicine, get your mind right. So I'm proud of you. You made great strides in the last like 5 minutes.
There's a lot been going on the past like week, dude. My life's been kind of flipped upside down.
I know you're young, and I know you're trying to figure stuff out, but you really need to be more organized and responsible. Like, we're about to like try to save Earth, and I can't have you forgetting names anymore.
Look, dude, in the past fucking 24 hours, I found out that my dog Pepperoni in my entire life and was like flipped upside down by some fucking alien on a joke. And then I got turned fucking ugly. So if you want to, it's fine. I'm fine in my center. We're healing. Cool.
But all matters are matters of life and death now. Like, all of them.
I'm trying to find my center right now, dude. But let's just go talk to the fucking tentacle.
One more time before we walk back over here.
Fucking stressing me out, dude.
Come on, you know, not trying to be too critical. We got a lot going on right now.
Yeah, well, like, yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to keep it together.
You got
Shit's fucking crazy, though.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's go.
Hello, tentacle monster librarian.
Yeah.
We know who we want to look up now.
Okay. Why do you smell like strawberries?
I was actually going to ask you the same thing. As soon as I came up here, I was like, damn, this tentacle smells like strawberries, but...
How do you know what a strawberry smells like? Have you had one?
Yeah, but I like strawberries.
Are you from Earth? Like you don't look like you're from
No,
Earth.
I'm not from Earth. Do I look like I'm from... I'm like a million tentacles. What books do you want? I'm the librarian. Stop wasting my time.
I honestly, now I'm just wondering why the fuck you smell so much like strawberries, but we can talk about the book. I'm looking for some being vampire smoke cloud thing called Djavaki.
Djavaki. Do you mean... Okay, 1 second. And like a bunch of the tentacles over and start like flipping through various like catalogs and whatnot. And eventually like a card pops out and it's that same name. And he's like, do you mean Djavaki?
Djavaki?
Yeah,
I don't have a key.
The
Do you
J is like a Y. Djavaki.
Oh, I thought it was like that movie, Django.
No, Djavaki.
All right, Djavaki.
1 second. And then like he goes over and he finds a book just labeled Elder Ones, and he's like, here, this is a book of some like elder like dark creatures and stuff. He's in here, and he flips it to a page for you.
Hell yeah, librarian. That's what I'm talking about. It's exactly what I needed. What was your name?
It sounds like a bunch of like burbling, bubbling sounds and like wet slapping of like a couple of like the tentacles, and then like finished with a chittering and a squeal.
All right, I'll repeat it.
All right.
Yeah, we'll take the book, and I guess we'll leave the librarian alone, Doc. And do you have any other questions? Are you looking for any other books? You have any books on the Darkest Earth?
No, like, remember, I just wanted to come back here so I could prove I could get in this place. Like, that's the only reason I came.
Yeah.
We set foot in here and we won. So
we don't got a lot of
clear.
We don't got a lot of information about the Darkest Earth. I got this like this, and it like he pulls out what it basically amounts to a slightly thick pamphlet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Easily consumable material, reading material.
No, please don't eat it. Return it.
No, mentally consumable.
All right.
Once you can do it over a poop.
Oh, we gotta
finish it in a poop.
Why would you do it in a poop? Humans. The fact that you excremented all is disgusting.
Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna poop on your pamphlet. It'll come back nice and tidy. I promise.
Thank
the
you.
book I understand, but But we're renting the pamphlet? We can't just have the pamphlet?
No, it belongs to the library.
Libraries rent pamphlet. Whatever. This place is weird.
Why, do you want us to write another one out? We don't have a device that just like prints more of them.
Are there late fees for this?
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's my citizenship, and my name is Cash Diamond Hands.
I mean, your citizenship's for your group. That is one of the names on the group. All right. Don't be late with it. The fees get pretty steep. You can pay if it's late, right?
Oh yeah.
You're not-
No worries.
you're not lacking.
That's why they call him Cash. He always has it on him.
All right, as long as you're not lacking.
No, you see my hands? Steady, like diamonds.
Okay.
Diamond hands. All right, let's get this information back to the group, Doc.
All right, let's go.
Not gonna study in the library like a nerd.
Nerd.
Yeah, who does that? Doc thinking to himself of the countless hours he was in a library by himself studying like a nerd.
Well, you see like other things studying in the library, like there's like a large like Sasquatch like creature. There's like a small dragon over in the corner. There's like a robot that you're like see quickly scanning the pages, and then a single stereotypical Asian child. So yeah, you're gonna go back to the rest of the group.
Yeah, we're gonna reconvene.
I believe you're all at the Roadhouse, or at least you were waiting around the Roadhouse.
Yeah. Duke raised his shotgun at somebody for another reason, and now you walk into all of them in another Mexican standoff.
Oh Jesus!
Wait, what?
I can see it. I should have preloaded. It's gonna take forever for you guys to get here. There we go. Now you're
gun down. You put your fucking gun down. He's got fucking Cash doesn't even have a gun. He's got a sword. Look, you put your fucking gun down. You put your fucking gun down.
I feel like
pulls out his crossbow.
I feel like Kate's probably standing on the bar with like two chef's knives, just like ah.
Yeah.
And
All
just
right, let's calm down.
Jake is just
let's
somehow
talk about
calm
this.
during all of this.
What the fuck is going on?
and just to remind you what Kate looks like for everyone at home. That's the chef in the Roadhouse.
Why are you guys always trying to kill each other?
Drugs.
He's doing drugs. He's trying to bite people over there.
Who's biting
see him.
people?
Cash.
I was joking.
They got Kate screaming up on the. This is a shit show. Where were you two at? I'm gonna pull my guns at both of them.
We were out doing. I aimed my crossbow back at you. We were out doing fucking the actual investigation to fucking figure out who turned me ugly and what about Earth 2. We got a fucking pamphlet. You got a pamphlet, officer? And also, why do you smell like weed?
Yeah, Leo, they were doing nerd shit. Leave them alone.
I smell like weed because Jack's sitting there smoking next to me. Get out of here.
This ain't no weed.
Officer. By the way, Carson just absolutely danks like weed that he just smoked on the way over. Yeah, with Leo here smelling like weed, yeah, no wonder you guys are all fighting with each other.
Why do you smell like strawberries?
I don't know, the librarian smelled like strawberries, must have like got on my clothes or something.
Getting real awfully close to the librarian.
Just gonna go
They're a
back
bunch
to
of
eating
tentacles.
Hot.
Jake's just calmly behind the bar, like completely ignoring all the guns out, like, yeah, it's a Tuesday, whatever, like cleaning glasses.
Yeah, I'll put my guns away now and
Not
everyone's
pizza.
calming down. Yeah, and Duke's put his shotgun down.
I'm back to eating the pizza.
Dude, that pizza's like 4 days old.
What are you talking about? You guys just gave it to me.
Yeah, we
4
went to
days
fucking
ago.
Pizza Planet last night, dude. We've been here 2 days, officer. How much weed have you been smoking?
Yeah, you high, Leo? What the fuck?
Feels like we've been here for days, alright?
I'm feeding some to the dog.
Well, dog will take it.
That's probably not good.
My little shadow frilled lizard comes out from my cloak and like walks over to Neil Armstrong as he's eating. Just like checks him out like all curious and shit.
A what?
Your little demon thingy.
Yeah.
Scale demon dude.
Doc has a demon lizard. We've all known this.
Duke,
That's his imaginary best friend or some shit. Come to life. I don't fucking know.
Duke, put the fucking gun down.
It's not the gun he has. He has a machete out. He's like, ooh, dinner.
You can't eat
runs
it.
behind Neil Armstrong.
Jack, I feel like
Kill this dog too.
I feel like the shadow helps Jack out a lot. Like Jack, like you'll order a drink and like Jake will put it on the bar and like you reach out for it and like the shadow like draws it to your hand. Be like, oh honey, I'm gonna help you out.
100%.
We have some information on Djavaki and fucking Earth 2.
Oh, beautiful. Is it ways to
One's
kill
just
it?
a pamphlet, but
I'm not sure. We kind of just got it. We rented it and we came here. Lots of good stuff down at your local library, though. Big shout out to your local library.
Oh, cool.
pay your taxes, keep it open.
Carson like sits down at a table, like completely clears it off, gets his papers and books and shit out that he's acquired now because he has no cell phone. And I'll flip to the page that's been marked by the tentacle monster for Djavaki.
Okay. It's not a long thing, but it states that it does state that Djavaki is actually a master vampire. Current whereabouts unknown, but that he had mastered the magics needed to travel from world to world, like to different planes, different dimensions. He is an ancient vampire, and there's some words that you don't fully recognize, something called a Methuselah Smisi.
Can I investigate that using my training in vampire lore?
You do have vampire lore. All right, yeah, go for it.
I don't really have. I don't really have much I can help you here with.
It's not any pool. Call that.
Oh, I do have just enable others. I can use the help. Oh, you don't fucking. I don't think you need it.
Beats difficulty 7.
He doesn't really need it, no. Because oddly enough, the more powerful this vampire is, the easier it would be to like get more lore on it because he's more famous or infamous. So yeah, as far as like what those words mean, you're pretty sure that just means like he's an elder vampire of some kind, and of a certain type of vampire that specifically specializes in manipulating flesh. Like flesh crafting it was a word that you've heard time and time again for these types.
Okay. Yeah, I'll relay that to the group.
Shout out to Vampire the Masquerade.
Now what the fuck is flesh crafting?
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Fucked up.
Meaning, not only are we're probably going to be dealing with some kind of, not just vampires, but vampiric abominations of some variety. And that's only, that was the one that you dealt with in the pool, right?
Yeah.
Does he wear their face like that guy? What was his name?
All I saw when I was in there was he was like a puff of smoke that was like a humanoid shape. He had 2 glowing eyes and fangs.
So we're not hunting that. We want to steer clear of that.
No, I need to kick his ass so I can get my looks back, dude. I can't walk around like this the rest of my life.
I look down at the text and look back at him and be like, that's a suicide mission.
It's gotta happen, dude. I can't use the font of inspiration. I'll always be like this.
There is a footnote under Djavaki, something about It's almost like it was handwritten into the ledger rather than like the neat like whatever typeface they had used for this book or whatnot. Something about Diaviki has embraced the ultimate blood.
All right, you know anything about the ultimate blood, Mr. Vampire Mans?
Should I roll again? Do I know anything about the ultimate blood? Does it sound familiar?
Nothing pops up as far as vampire lore about the ultimate blood.
Okay.
But I mean, I'll give it to you because you guys are pretty smart cookie. I mean, you do know that you have a path token that literally leads to a place called the Sanguine.
Oh yeah.
You have no idea what this Mitsubishi Michi thing means?
Yeah,
Mitsubishi Supra?
That's like means like ancient vampire. Like ancient one.
Well, fuck, why did this dude who's so fucking powerful, been alive for thousands of years, fucking turn me ugly because he's petty and I wanted to be a vampire? Like, just let me be a vampire, dude.
Maybe it was the kind of question that you asked for becoming a vampire, maybe? I don't know, man.
I just said I want to be a vampire so I can kill vampires.
I just know if we're gonna have to deal with this thing so that you can change back, it's gonna be a rough fucking go, but if we're going that way anyway... I'm all into hell. Carson, I will fucking lay down my life for you if I have to. I hope you understand that.
Same, dude. Same.
All of you are the closest thing I have to a family.
That's why we gotta save the world and Grandma Nash.
Yeah, we're saving your fucking grandma. It's going down.
All right. I think I have a little more that I can go on. Maybe I can research a bit more when we get back or whatever, but let's read this. And I hold up the little pamphlet to Earth too.
So the pamphlet Earth 2, you don't know much about it because not a lot of people that have gone there from the Planebreaker have returned. You only know that it's similar to your Earth. It mentions that it's a standard Earth style plane, which you're guessing means it's similar to your Earth, except that vampirism and vampire control got like out of control. They were unable to stop it, and vampires have sort of taken over and found a way to semi-permanently, at least for most of the day, darken the skies. The elder vampires of those lands have created their own little like fiefdoms and are ruling it more like a feudal lords than anything else. It's almost like a post-apocalyptic setting at this point, with the vampires ruling their own little city states with their pet humans and pet semi-vampires and stuff like that. The entrance, like if you have the token for the darkened earth, you know that although like any path token, it can drop you in multiple locations. The path token for this one will most likely drop you in one of the most depraved and evil places in the area, Maine. The state of Maine.
The state of Maine. You.
Anytime I hear Maine, I think Bangor, Maine from Saturday Night Live with Jason Sudeikis, and it makes me laugh so hard.
No, this
does the pamphlet allude to any kind of human resistance whatsoever? Is there any human resistance on this planet?
It does mention something about there's still a war going on. And so, you know, like you don't know the details, but if there's a war, then that means there must be two sides.
Okay.
Also means that whether you've gone into the font or not, you're going to need to make sure that you're well prepared. Looking at you, Doc. Or not, Doc. I'm looking at you.
Do I not seem well prepared?
looking at you, Duke. Sorry.
Prepared for what?
prepared for the worst if we're going to be going into one of the worst parts of this place.
I'm always prepared. Not just like. I open my coat. You see like 2 guns and I still have the rifle on my back.
Just carrying the 50 cal.
Sorry, I have the shotgun, the machete on the other side, and then the rifle on the back.
Is Duke wearing any kind of armor?
Nope.
Because I think that is Cash's biggest worry for you right now. Like, you need... Like, we all have made... Or not all of us, but some of us have made transformations to have a much tougher skin. Literally. And when dealing with so many of these things, Cash is worried about you not having enough to protect your body.
Don't you worry about me. I've lived long enough on the streets.
I think Duke's body's seen more shit than most of us. He's probably, like, resistant to all forms of diseases and just everything. You know how old this man is? I think I seen him get hit by a car once.
Yeah, but
Just get up and start walking.
We're going into a place, like, swarming with vampires. If we get into a scuffle...
You forget I am mixed military.
Alright, man. I'm just saying, even like a bulletproof vest or something might go a long way.
The other thing that I think that we should probably like consider before going in is that this Earth 2 isn't our Earth. It's not like really our business or our place to like change how things are. We just need the blood from a fully fledged vampire.
Yeah,
that's all we need.
So we should be careful.
We might not even have to shoot anybody. We can just come in and be like, hey, give us some blood and we'll like, you know, kill somebody for you.
I don't know why I don't know why hired Hitman for the bad guys was your first go-to there.
Well, probably
It just seems like an easy way to get what we need, to be honest. They'd probably just be like, oh yeah, can you body some of these resistance cucks? And we just ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, and then, you know, they're like, there you go.
It could be either or, but like, my point is, we should be minimalist in our influence on this place.
I agree.
Yeah, we could join up with the resistance and go body an elder vampire.
Yeah, exactly.
Get some blood and leave. Sure.
But whatever we're doing, we should keep our goal in mind that we just need this blood and then we're getting the fuck out of there.
I don't plan on fucking dying in some shithole that we just left. We're going back. We're not dying there. Come on.
Well, that person just said it's not the same version. It's gonna be a different place.
Yeah. It's a different place. We're going to fucking Maine. Or, sorry, is that out of character?
Also, like, is there anything you guys want me to do to the cars? I figure you're gonna put that 50 cal back on it, but like, should I put some reinforced grills so we can fucking run people over easier, or?
I mean, we do have a tendency to run people over.
It seems like this group loves to run people over, so.
It definitely feels like the first option in many cases. Just hit them with the vehicle.
We've done it like 4 or 5 times at this point.
It's worked every single time. Tell me when it's not been a good play.
Remember that bunny? He fucking went like 15, 20 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Speaking of the bunny, if you look at Duke, he's actually reading Sanders Brer's journal.
No.
I still have that.
I'm less surprised that you have it and more surprised that you read.
He can read. I knew you were going to.
He's holding it upside down and says journal, but it's like the other way.
Have some respect for the military, man. Come on.
He got it in the Air Force.
Pilot.
I don't care. I don't care if you're an ex-fighter pilot. You're also a fucking nut job.
Fair.
I learned to read. Doesn't mean he always likes to read, but he can read. You guys are saying there's crazy shit about, so he's starting to read on crazy shit. First being the bunny.
So yeah, could I try to like, could I try to like reinforce the cars in some way that we can run people over easier? Maybe give Jack like some spikes on his back tires so he can like hit people in the side as he goes by.
So you wanna see if you can like pimp out these rides for like a post APOC style situation?
Mad
Yeah.
Max time.
Some reinforcement. Like I said, we seem to like to run them into things. So
All right. Yeah, I'm not using like my full like normal like crafting and upgrading rules because we're going to go light on that stuff for this one. So, if you want to do that, I'm going to say it would only be like a single check for each one of those, but you're going to have to, I'm going to say you're going to have to find the materials somehow. Cause right now you just have like the bits of wood out back that have been discarded from old barrels.
Can I reach into my pack and go into the equipment cache Cypher level 7 and say that it was a crate of like car parts? Cause we got it in that warehouse. With the vampires on Earth 1.
Oh, all right.
Let that be our scrap for it.
So
They were scrapping cars when we robbed them. Yeah.
So instead of like, it's not like you're pulling them out of your pocket or something, but you could easily be like,
Right.
oh yeah, by the way, we nabbed some. They're in the trunk of the car. All right. Yeah. If you want to use that equipment cache Cypher, then you're going to have the materials. Let's do it.
it's a great use of that.
If you say something like, I need to forage for car parts, Duke's gonna be like, foraging's my specialty. He's just...
Yeah, so I'll use the equipment cache and I'll say that that's what we nabbed from the warehouse. So a bunch of random car parts.
In that case, you've got the shit. Beauty of ciphers. In that case, you've got the shit. So I'm gonna give you a choice because it'll be like a big risk, big reward because it could fuck up both of them. Carson, since you're working on like 2 vehicles at once, you're trying to upgrade the car as well as like Jack's bike. Did you want to do one?
Jack's already upgraded.
Upgrade
So
the Ford Chevy.
yeah, like I don't know if we need to upgrade it again.
I was gonna give you something on it that you could use to kill people with, like run into them on your motorcycle. That was the plan because I already souped it out a little bit.
Yeah.
And honestly, I wanted to do it to the BMW, Susie, the Ford Chevy, and the motorcycle. I want to do all 4.
You want to spend like a couple solid days to just like trick out the cars with spikes and shit then, and basically, right? Okay.
I want to aid
We
him.
could prepare too, right? Like over the
You're gonna
next
assist.
few days.
I'm going to assist him with that as well.
All right. All right. Yeah. And you,
If we
you're not
need
specialized,
parts, we
but
can
you don't have an
use, right?
inability, right? Like you're
Right.
okay. Yeah. So it's one asset that you're applying.
And if there's a part we don't have from the thing, I'll set out and
Yeah,
Forage.
can Jack go foraging with Duke?
You know,
They
if
need more
you
parts.
guys are gonna like forage for other parts, I'd actually give them just say it's an extra asset because like you got some like extra parts that maybe even like a little bit better. So yeah, between the foraging and you assisting, we have a bit of a montage and we kind of fast forward. Carson, let's do it this way because you've got multiple vehicles you're working on. We're gonna do this as like a graduated task type thing. Like the higher you roll, the more of the vehicles you're pimping out well. The lower you roll, the less of the vehicles you're actually like doing good on. So just like higher the better at this point.
Before you roll though, I got one more question as far as assisting Carson, because Doc has built and modified so many things, maybe not cars, but with a skill in physics, could he draw out like the schematics, like have the blueprints ready for him as he's moving on progressively from each vehicle?
Well,
one to
he's
the next?
already got 2 assets and you can't have more than 2.
Okay.
Because that's the check and balance in the system, so you can't just like add a billion assets. So he's pretty much getting as much help as he can. Anything else at this point is
Let's
almost
say Doc's
redundant.
doing it for flavor then. That's
Sure.
something that's probably what he would do.
So it's going to be the one roll and it's graded on a scale.
Yeah, 1 roll, grid end scale. You get 2 assets.
Cool. And I just want to again throw in for flavor that Carson has decked out that garage that we took from the Harpy and the Fairies to look very much similar to what he had at his grandma's, like the cot, the little mini fridge, the hot plate, like everything's the same, the little stoner table.
Yeah,
And
Guitar
the-
Hero.
The Beamer is like your car now, right? Like now that you've got the Beamer, like the Fiat's just kind of like a backup.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fiat would probably stay behind. Unless, Doc, you want a Fiat?
I'm more of a passenger princess. I don't really drive much.
$6,000 and it's yours, dude. That's a friend price.
I mean, maybe later. I don't really see the need for me to be driving anywhere.
Okay. So intellect, I'm trained. 2 assets. I'm going to effort to ease. I have 2 of them, so I'm going to do 2.
Yep.
All right, boys.
This is it.
7's really
I'm gonna
damn
XP.
good.
I'm going to XP to reroll, though.
All right. I mean, you're getting a +5. Like it's possible that, wow, you got worse.
I'm going to stick
Damn.
with the 7.
No, you rerolled. You got a 6. You gotta. It's not like advantage. Like you
Oh,
do
really?
reroll. You gotta
Okay.
stick with the reroll.
Motherfucker, then I'm going to XP 1 more.
Okay.
I feel like this is important. This is my thing. Fucking difficulty 10.
There you go.
Jesus
There
fuck.
you
Difficulty
go.
10.
There
Okay.
you go.
That's God tier. That difficulty 10. That is God tier. You've got these things like tricked out. Like it is. You are going into like a Mad Max like level like combat situation. However, like you just spent some experience. I feel bad for you. How about I offer you a GM intrusion?
Can I pay you to fuck off? Because I'm helping?
No, it's it's his GM intrusion.
Damn.
He has to.
Oh my god, there's so many people in the list now.
Oh yeah, because there's like a million. BHG's made like a million characters.
Which cache is the current cache? Blood?
Blood.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish it would only like show the ones that are active rather than just all of them. Yeah. All right. So, Carson, you get all of the vehicles set up. You've gotten some parts that you needed, as well as like the fact like Duke and Doc helped with schematics. Duke went out and like with Jack and like scavenged some parts for you. And everything's gone really well. Like you're basically, it's like everyone's going to have an additional asset now for like combat maneuvers, as well as the fact that I'm going to be basically giving these all of these vehicles like an armor rating now, to lower any incoming damage. They're going to be a hell of a lot more sturdy. And then you incorporate all these new parts, including this like new like supercharger thing that you're putting in like the BMW. And when you install it, you close the hood and you start your BMW up for the first time. It sounds a bit funny, I gotta say. Sorry, coughing up. So you start it and then it's purrs. It sounds beautiful, but you hear why am I awake?
Did you just talk? Why does everything I love come to fucking life? What is this place?
Why do you love me? Who am I? Why am I?
Oh. Well, that's easy. You're my 2012 BMW with aggressively lowered suspension, dramatically reducing the gap between the frame to the ground. You have precisely tuned coilovers and performance dampers that enhance the minimal body roll.
Where are my arms? Where are my legs?
Did you have arms before?
Yes.
Oh. So you're not like my BMW come to life. You're like a dude.
I was an elite soldier for Alpha Squad.
What the fuck is Alpha Squad?
We fought the Xeno threats. They said they'd put us back in our bodies when we were done. What is going on?
I think that I'm using your soul to bump my car up, but it used to be 309 horsepower. Now with you supercharging, it's 463 horsepower.
I'm a car?
Yeah, dude. 2012 BMW. Blacked out, lowered. Beautiful machine. You're not just any car. You got Bembo brakes, my dude.
I don't know what that means. I was supposed to be a soldier on a spaceship fighting aliens.
I was supposed to be a millionaire pizza delivery boy, but life doesn't always pan out, man. Jack, are you seeing this shit? This is pretty fucked up. I don't know what to say to this guy. Should we
Everyone
get Duke?
hears this.
Is your car talking?
Yeah, there's a dude in my car.
Yeah, Leo's
Dude,
gonna walk
in
out.
your car, Jack like pulls out his knife.
No, not like,
Where?
not like in the car. Like the car has a dude in it.
Like the car is a person, like Knight Rider or some shit.
Like Knight Rider, but it's like a elite soldier from Alpha Squad that's been injected into this. I don't know if anybody has any
Oh, I would
insight
get
on
along
this.
fine with Duke.
Duke, you want to try talking to my car? He's kind of going through it.
Tell him some war stories about how you're fucked up from the aliens. He's living in a car, so.
Well, I never saw any action. I was in the
Maybe they
tailoring
won't get
department.
along.
I just made the uniforms.
What's your name, son?
Johnson Jones?
Jo-
Kurt
Johnson.
Ensign?
Well, you're not an ensign anymore, Johnson. You're a car. Them's the breaks. But we promise that we will do our best to keep you alive in the wacky adventures that we get into.
What do you mean? He said he was a pizza boy.
No, not anymore, dude.
No.
No, now I'm a deformed dude who goes around saving the world. It's been a crazy week for all of us, man.
Yeah, congrats. You're now savior of the universe. We're at least trying to be. You've been drafted again. Enjoy.
I do have a question for you,
Conscripted, I
though.
think they call it.
Oh god.
Johnson, Jones, Henson. Do you like Good
Ensign
Charlotte?
Johnson Jones. Do what?
Do you like Good Charlotte?
Who?
Do you even know what that is? Just
No.
play it.
Yeah, I stick a CD in Jamison Johnson and turn it all the way up. Girls don't like boys, girls like cars and money. You don't know this?
This sounds
JJJ?
This sounds stupid and derivative.
Get the fuck. Can I get this guy out of my car?
I like
go and I, like, open up
I
the
like
hood.
neoclassical dubstep like the ancients used to make.
Carson, isn't that like the other thing that your like Zoomer ass generation listens to?
Well, like, yeah, and actually, like, if I had my MP3 or my fucking Spotify playlist, I could play him some Good Charlotte dubstep that he probably like, but, you know, I'm stuck with CDs.
I don't know if that's what he meant.
What do you mean?
He said neoclassical dubstep, so I'd assume that would be dubstep of our generation. He's probably talking like Skrillex and stuff like that.
Oh, one of the
listen to
classical
that garbage.
artists. I've heard of him.
How do I get this fucker out of my car? No, fuck this. I, like, open the hood. You see me, like, throwing wrenches around, clanging.
Oh, fuck! He like slams the hood on like your head. Stop it!
No, fuck you. We're listening to fucking Good Charlotte.
Okay, all right. Let's settle
I've had
on
a
this.
rough couple days.
And like, so you put on Good Charlotte, it starts playing, but then it starts to skip, and you hear like, loves cars and move.
Okay, that kind of slaps. All right. Are you good? How's Susie looking?
Cash is now side eyeing Susie. Like, is my car gonna start talking? Because
Your car just
don't
runs
know how I feel
normally
about
and
that.
very, very well.
okay,
It was just the Beamer, that like new like supercharger that Duke found, ended up being like some sort of alien or like super advanced sci-fi tech.
Where did you even find this, Duke?
Don't ask.
Well,
Was that
It's a whole dude.
And
I mean, 463 horsepower, dude.
You told me to get you something that looked like
Power comes
what
with a
that looked
price.
like. So, I did.
In this case, it's dubstep.
That's the real downfall of the GMI right there. Is every music you play now gets turned into dubstep.
Person kind of fucks with it.
All right. Yeah. He starts like mopily like mumbling to himself, but other than that, he doesn't fight you on things. Like if you go to drive and whatnot, like it's not like you're fighting for control or anything. You're still very much in control of the vehicle. You just have a person inside of it with which to keep you company on those long drives.
Can he, like, if I ask him to, can he drive it himself?
Yeah, if you test it out, you'd be like, can you like try things? And he like the pedals and wheel can move like of his own volition.
Hell yeah, dude. That is huge.
This is one of those mixed bag GMIs. Not all GMIs are bad. Sometimes a GMI can actually have some benefits to it. Yeah. Those are your new vehicles. You spent a couple of days. So everyone go ahead and just reset your pools back to max because like you're just futzing around, did like a montage over a few days being like finding parts, building up cars, montage.
Montage. Even Rocky had a montage.
And there's like 80s music going in the background.
Well, Duke was rummaging through the garbage cabinet with them and looked for a Cypher.
Oh, yeah.
I just need one.
Yeah, sure. Manifest
Sorry.
Cypher. Where's my buttons for ciphers? Oh, it was right there.
Duke, is this a car part? It's just a Cypher.
Oh, I rolled 3 of them. Leo, you're getting the first one. Whatever it is. I gave you uninterruptible power source. Oh, that actually could be pretty cool for the cars and shit, just in case. All right, that's not bad. All right, that could be useful if you use it right. All right. So yeah, days later, you like unveil the things to everybody, and like everyone's got a little bit extra tricked out. I imagine in the case of like the other vehicles, like Susie and Jack's bike and everything, you probably had to work with them very carefully so as not to like step on toes per se. But yeah, like
Yeah, it would be however they wanted it.
so like Jack, what exactly was done to your bike then?
You said you wanted like spikes and armor and stuff. I'm cool with that. Jack would let Carson work on his bike. He's cool with that because he doesn't let people he doesn't know work on his bike because, you know, they might fucking rat him out. But he knows that Carson knows where his grandma lives and he would never betray him, even though they're really good friends.
Never betray him.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, dude.
It's implied. Jack's never said it or anything like that. That's just how Jack thinks, right? I'm sure Carson's just doing it because he's his buddy, but like, Jack's like, yeah, he trusts me. You know, he wouldn't. You know, he brought me to his house, so he's cool. So he would let actually Carson do whatever he wanted for sure. Like you said, spikes and like armor and shit or something.
Yeah. So
to
like
run people over.
he has armor, and you can like an asset and like using your vehicle as a weapon, basically.
Oh hell yeah!
All right, and then same question for Carson and the Oldsmobile. Was there anything special that was getting tricked out there?
Oh, Cash trusts Carson implicitly. If Carson's doing something to improve Susie to make it better for fucking running people over, I'll give him full creative license to do whatever the hell he wants.
You know, he rolled such god tier. I'm gonna even suggest an extra little upgrade, and that's gonna be like a little like semi half shielded area around where like when the 50 cal is mounted on top, so that like it provides like partial cover for whoever is up there shooting the 50 cal.
Yeah.
AK Duke.
And for Susie, I know Cash is particular about the look and likes like the classic vibe, so I'm literally gonna reconstruct the front, but in a sturdy material, like reinforced, so it can run things over. And then I'm gonna put coverings in the well wheels, so he can run things over. And I'm gonna replace his wheels with ones that look similar but have much thicker rubber, so they can withstand bodies.
That's
All right.
fucking dope.
I like it. You guys, wow. I don't know if I have the time. I want to draw all of these vehicles. I might have to. At one point, I'm gonna have to do like a portrait. Just like I'm more keen on doing a portrait of the vehicles now than the characters for some reason, because they change less. Maybe, I don't know.
Fair.
This is turning just straight Mad Max is what it's turning into. Just
Yeah.
Mad Max with
Now, in other locations,
Draw the Mad Max style versions of the characters.
in other locations, I did say your vehicles are automatically going to adapt to the genre. So in a fantasy land, it may be like horses wearing barding and stuff like that, or in like sci-fi, then you get the stuff that we talked about there. So yeah. But in the meantime, you're going to another Earth-like place, so you're already trekking it out for another Earth-like place. I like it. Right. So you've got your vehicles tricked out. You know that by the way, I will support that you knew you were only supposed to have the books out for a week, but it's not been a week yet. But you do know that at some point you got to return the book.
We're not returning the book.
2 of you know, or you need to pay a hefty price, although they never said what you're paying with.
No, Cash has to pay a hefty price.
Cash has to pay a hefty price. That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I think we should take these back, Carson. Let's not poke a bear that doesn't need to be poked.
It's a fucking pamphlet, dude. What are they gonna do about us taking a pamphlet? They hired those doors. Fuck that place.
Well, as much as I want to agree with you, we are kind of putting the results of our decision on a friend that is unaware of our decision that we're making.
I'm putting the wrath of Cash.
We'll keep the pamphlet and the book if you go tell Cash that you check these out in his name.
No, because if some fucking nerd librarian comes up to Cash saying, "Oh, you owe a book fee," he's gonna do him like he did the fish dude and drag him out on the street and fucking torture him until he gets his way.
Doc, on your shoulder.
Gaslighting. Are you gaslighting now? Is that what you're doing?
On your shoulder, Doc, you actually hear another voice agreeing with Carson, being like, "It's not that big of a deal. It's just books. Your friend's not even going to see any ramifications."
You know, when I say we, I mean all of us, right?
It's
Cash
fine.
is included in all of us.
Watch. Hey, Cash, you worried about any librarians coming after you?
No.
Like if a librarian was like, "Hey, I'm gonna beat you up for some library money. You owe a book." Would you be scared or worried?
I'd ask why, because I didn't take out a book.
Okay, let's take the books back.
Why, Carson? That's kind of a particular question. What's up?
Specific.
No, it's just hypothetical, dude. It's fine.
It's a weird hypothetical.
Very weirdly specific hypothetical, one would say.
Lay off that vape.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
We're gonna take the book and pamphlet back before we leave.
Okay.
We can fast forward through it unless you want to mess with us some more.
No, you go back, you take the book back. The librarian's like, "Thank you, welcome back. I'm glad it wasn't late. And the last thing you need is to pay with the soul slivers like that."
But did you say soul slavers?
Slivers, every week that it's late is 1/16 of your soul.
Yeah, it's probably good.
Let's keep the books, Doc. Let's keep the books.
It's not the time. It's not the fucking time, Doc. It's just...
Doc, your little demon at that point also goes, "I should have become a librarian."
Yeah. Wait, what? We're gonna talk about that later.
Okay.
All right, Carson, we've got to get going. We've got.
Yeah, let's get out of here. It's been nice seeing you. I make a bunch of bubbling sounds, and with like the wet slapping of tentacles.
Oh, God, that's my sister's name.
Oh, I try again and I add the chittering sounds followed by the squelch.
No, that's how you say toilet brush. Just get out of here.
All right, Wanda. I'm just gonna call you Wanda.
Sure.
Wanda energy.
Okay, so you got vehicles. You've got a path token, and you know to activate these, you just sort of have to like concentrate on it, like rub it in your hands, and like it should like open up a path for you to literally go down. Well, you and whatever you bring with you, and you know you've got a place.
Yeah, Doc will essentially pull the token out and kind of look at everybody like, "Are we ready to go?"
I think so.
Silence is acceptance.
What about this ultimate bloodshed?
Doc goes, "All right," and he starts rubbing the token in his hand and kind of feeling exactly how it's supposed to work until he stumbles into the right rub, so to speak.
All right. Okay. So you begin to do this for the first time, experimenting with the first one of these path tokens out in front. Everyone's like in their vehicles waiting, and as you do this, you feel it's almost like a falling sensation, but forward, as it's not like a gate opening up. It doesn't feel like a rip opening in front of you or anything, so much as everything just kind of folds forward somehow. Things sort of like fisheye lens for a second, and you find yourself being pulled, and next thing you know, you're on this like ribbon like energy going through this like void of fog and electrical spikes in this like almost like astral strange plane, where you see these other ribbons going, and you look behind you and you see the plane breaker traveling through this astral realm, leaving all these ribbons behind, like it's being connected to all these planes that it's visited, almost like strings to balloons. But every once in a blue moon, you do see one of the ribbons just snap and disintegrate. Oh, and he left.
Yeah. Should we take like a 5-minute break?
You know what? This is probably a good time for it. I need the washroom anyways. Let's take a $5 and we'll be right back. And
Cool.
Yeah. pop back in here as we wait. Just got Leo and Jack to come back, and we're good. Got a bison.
We all know it's gonna take Platt the longest.
Mm-hmm.
Black motherfucker.
Yeah.
Just don't like cars and money.
Oh, sorry. What's the BMW's name now?
Triple J.
Triple J.
The BMW's name is Ensign Johnson Jones. So Ensign Jones.
Well, he's not an ensign anymore. He's a car.
Double J.
Well, just because he's a car doesn't mean he's unlisted from the service.
Well, they're not getting him back.
Put in pictures for the Ford Chevy and the BMW.
Let's fucking go.
Hey, if the car starts talking back, I'll pull rank on him.
Yeah, but you're in like different divisions. Like you were Air Force. You're pretty sure the way he was talking, he was like, he was not. He was in like basically the Marines or I don't know, Navy.
He was Space Force.
Space Force. He was in Space Force.
Space Force.
Oh my God! Well, I didn't take forever to come back.
Bro, maneuvering around in my backyard is such a pain in the ass right now. There's a fucking motorcycle out there, like the couches are all like rearranged. Like the smoking area is gonna be good. It's gonna be nice and protected in the winter, but it's like there's shit in the way. Yeah, I gotta walk around. Pain.
I gotta congratulate you. You actually sat down before Kirby. We
That's
thought you were
crazy.
gonna be
I left
gone for like
before
another,
Kirby.
like we thought you were gonna be gone like another like 15 minutes or something. It'd be like, oh my God, he's back.
I tried to be fast.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that
You
was
beat
quick.
me.
I was only gone like 10 minutes. The fuck?
It's crazy. Just go out there, light it, just be like until it's like all gone.
I think I was smoking it that fast, but I do smoke quicker when I'm drinking, so.
There you go.
When I'm drinking.
True, bro. I could kill a pack if I drink enough alcohol.
And
In like a night.
Is like everyone half turned today? Is that what's going on?
I'm not that bad.
No.
I did have a little bit of that Bacardi 8.
I'm actually completely sober right now.
Same. I ran out.
This
I've
is my
got stuff,
like,
I'm
I
just-
don't know.
Yeah.
11. This is my 11th, maybe 12th cider in the past 2 days.
Nice.
I think I'm on
2
like
days.
number 4 right now.
That's not too bad.
Those are rookie numbers.
Yeah, I mean, they are rookie numbers, except for the fact that I don't really drink anymore. So they hit me harder than they should for being. I don't even know what percent. 5.
Oh, that's not too bad.
So I'm not fucking blotto.
All right. So, yeah, you're on these, like I said, these like winding, like floating paths in the astral plane, like I said, that were like connecting the plane breaker to these other dimensions. You occasionally see some of them snap, but for the most part, this like moving path you see is winding in front of you. Occasionally it connects and or branches off to other paths, and actually going along these paths does require a little bit of like attuning with the path token and trying to navigate carefully. So the person doing so is going to have to make me a roll, or bad things can happen. It's not as simple as just going there and you get teleported to Awesome Sauce.
Is
I
this a
take
driving
one?
thing?
Well, it's more about sensing and
driving?
navigating. So like Boomer, you're the one that's holding the token, right? So if you're holding the token, you're the one that it's almost like using a compass, but it's more about getting like an attuned sense or feeling with it. So it's going to be an intellect task. If you have anything for navigation, which I don't think you do.
What about physics? It's a physics skill.
Yeah, okay. You're using your understanding of science to like help you navigate magical astral portal paths? Why not? It's strange.
It's a stretch.
It's a stretch, but I'll give it. I will give it. You can use your physics in for that. Obviously, it's still intellect based. But yeah, he's sort of like guiding the caravan on which direction you guys should be going. Whatever you're getting, like sometimes the paths will just like meet and sort of like kiss. Sometimes they like branch or like they'll meld together. Like it's not like it's not a simple path. They just seem to cross and tangle occasionally.
I'm gonna use a point of effort and then 1 asset for the skill.
Okay.
Is that correct?
You effort, yeah. All right, four is good enough. You all seem to be going along fairly well. Every once in a while, you kind of bleed into a plane for a short while, seeing like literally like you're seeing it down below you. Sometimes it'll be like this like river of hellish fire, or like a place of like mystical fairyland, or something that just looks like, you know, downtown Boston. No idea why. Every once in a while, just sort of dipping into it and then walking and dipping out of it again. Eventually, until you get to the end of where this particular path is going, and it brings you out into the street of a new darkened locale. I should have. Oh no, I didn't have to preload again. It worked. As you get into this cityscape, it is overcast. You're not sure what time of day it is because there's too many clouds, like thunderstorms going on in the background, although it's not raining exactly where you are. The city itself is kind of in shambles. You think a lot of it's probably been abandoned. There's fires going on in some of the buildings. Some of the buildings are still lit up with electricity. You don't see anyone else out on the streets at this point, but you do see like abandoned vehicles. Some of them just rusted, some of them actually burnt. And you find yourselves somewhere in the deep, dark, vile recesses of the state of Maine.
Skyscrapers in Maine. This Earth, they had the come up.
Not just skyscrapers, they have this like old Gothic architecture to them.
All right, anybody been to Maine before? I think I've like passed by it once.
Nah, dude.
Oh,
I've never been.
Jack's a biker. They go on long trips all of the time. Is there a chance Jack and his boys may have been to Maine?
That's up to you.
On like a road trip? Yeah, okay. Jack's been to Maine. Like twice, maybe. There was another, what do you call it? That was where like the headquarters, where like his, you know what I mean? His biker gang was like the Nevada, whatever.
Okay.
And like the Maine was out in Maine. So every once in a while, they'd all like go out there, and he's been there a couple times.
So you've been to Maine
charter.
before?
You're looking for the charter, like the other bike charter that you're connected to, or whatever.
Yeah.
The Maine charter. So you've been to Maine before. You don't remember a massive like New York style city in Maine. Never mind one
Jack
with
would be
like Gothic architecture.
He would just start like pointing, be like, "That wasn't there. That's not there. That's not there." Like pointing at all the big buildings. None of those. Mm-mm.
Yeah, and the buildings are on fire too. So
No, that seems
Let's
normal.
quickly point out. Remember, guys, this is not our Earth. We are in a different place.
Yes, that's understandable. The reason why I'm asking is so that if there's still recognizable landmarks here, at least we have things to keep track of. I've never been here, so I don't have any landmarks to go off of, but if somebody's been to Maine on our Earth, maybe there are parallels that we can work off of if we need to, for, you know?
We're looking for parallels. Okay. I apologize, Cash. I didn't understand what the point was.
It's all right, man. It's all right. There's a method to my madness.
Yeah.
And it looks like a normal England spring day.
It looks like we're more inland because I don't see any of the lighthouses they, have around here.
Well, like,
None of the water.
this place is obviously fucking got to have a full-fledged vampire in it. I was gonna say, like, let's take the fucking 3-day trip to drive to Golconda and go kill our vampire selves.
You think we're ultimate vampires here? You think any of us are that crazy? Maybe like, gosh, but I don't think you're an ultimate vampire, Carson. Not to be.
I mean,
That guy.
from the book, it says that there's like lords of places. So like, the Lord of Golconda might be easier to fucking kill than, you know what I mean?
All I'm saying is we need to be on the lookout. If it's vampire or bust out here, like 5 of us are in trouble to become slaves.
Here's my question: are we outside of the cars right now, or did we think about like a radio situation between the vehicles?
I imagine we just like stopped once we got here. Like we're all in our separate vehicles and we're kind of like yelling out the windows and shit.
Yeah, you never
guys have
got.
the
You didn't
Bluetooth
have any radios
that
or
we
anything.
established In like episode 1, right? Jack's got his Bluetooth headset.
Yeah,
Do
but
you
the
guys
thing
not
is,
have phone?
your Bluetooth headset was connected to your phone. You didn't have cell towers.
Right, okay.
And
that's
you
a good
guys-
thing to check
you
out
guys
then.
are not-
Do our phones work here?
You know
is
what?
there
Your
reception?
phone is picking up bars, but you're all saying roaming.
Jack doesn't give a fuck. If his phone works, he doesn't care. Roaming charges? Like, he sells drugs. He's got money to pay for that. Plus, he doesn't live there anymore.
Well, like, even when you're roaming, you can make emergency calls, right? Call 911.
I'm not calling 911. It's the fucking cops.
Here.
You seriously asked me to call the cops?
Are you wanted on Earth too, dude?
No, I just don't like cops.
Maybe they're cool here.
Guys, calm down. I pull my phone out and I try to call Jack from my phone. Does it work?
There's like a moment where like it tries to connect. It says failed connection, and then you get a text message saying that gives you like a link that says please sign in.
Yeah, see, it doesn't work. It's asking me to log in, and I've never had to log in to make a phone call in my life.
Try to log
Log
in.
in.
With what? No, I'm not playing this
Click on it.
game with y'all. Then we're
Click on
wasting
the
time. This is a game that is not to be played. Can we please figure out what the immediate threat is in this specific location? And Doc grabs his anti-thermal goggles out of his pack and
Okay.
loads them on his face.
I disagree with that sentiment. I'm gonna pull out my phone and fucking do the same thing to get the message. And I'm gonna click sign in.
Okay, you click on it. It brings up a website that says Livestock Communication Services.
Oh,
Livestock communications. Get the fuck out of here.
Are there pictures?
Yeah, of smiling happy people. Yes.
He disconnects from that. So that was for 911.
Well, that was just when you were
No,
trying.
you tried
I
to
thought.
call Jack.
Yeah, you tried to
Just
call
trying
Jack like he did.
Tried to call Jack.
Right,
Okay.
that was a regular call. Yeah.
Okay. Then the next thing, then because it connected to a website, I want to see if I can connect to the internet at large. If there is an internet at large.
It brings you back to
Can I
that
open up, like,
that
an internet
livestock
browser?
communications thing for a sign in. And there's like an accept terms and services things down below, but using
You guys-
appropriate livestock appropriate languages and no bad communications.
You guys know I'm gonna do this, right?
Do what?
Wish you wouldn't.
I have to.
Do what?
There's an internet here. That means there's forums and information and a whole fucking treasure trove of shit.
And you want to sell all of your information to the government to do that, bro?
What are they gonna find on my phone? That my Farmville on Facebook has been abandoned for 6
Bro,
years?
they're gonna come fucking GPS track your ass down and fucking send you off to a pig pen, you dumb motherfucker.
I'll download
Hold on,
a
I thought you were the
vampire
conspiracy
VPN.
theorist.
Logical person in this conversation right now.
I'll download a
That's
vampire
exactly what I thought
VPN.
about too.
How am I more
Why do you
paranoid
need
than a
VPN?
conspiracy theorist?
Why do you want them to know where we are before we know where they are? That's
I'll get a
ridiculous.
VPN.
Are you worried about vampires?
There are no VPN services out here that you are aware of.
Are you worried about
Man,
vampires
Go
getting your
into
information?
the street and find somewhere a
Download
little
Van
less
Helsing
crowded
VPN.
and stop shouting.
Yeah, maybe we should find somewhere to hole up before we start giving people our location, but I gotta sign up for that shit. I need to see Vampire Reddit. The fight videos must be fucking crazy.
Jack knows that like Maine has like beaches and shit. He would try to like, I don't know, lead them maybe closer to water or something, so that we can't in theory we can't get jumped from the ocean.
Okay, Jack. So you after you guys start to venture around a little bit or whatnot, and you do eventually find what seems to be a river and a bridge running across it and stuff. And I'm gonna say there's a sign near the one bridge that says this way to Fox Island, and that triggers something, and you kind of realize where you are. You're more central in the state. You're not on the coast. Well, I won't say central, but you're not on the coast. It looks like this is what you think should be Lewiston.
Okay, sure.
Which is a little bit further inland, but along a river.
Okay. Does Jack know of any areas like nearby that like he thinks like would be not populated, or like lower, like less people around?
You think you're probably pretty much center city right now. You think if you want to get less populated, like you've got to basically head like any direction, probably more likely to like the north, because you figure if you head south, you'll be heading towards the coast and it'll probably get more populated.
Okay.
Here's the problem. I think we should be like, we're in a new place. We should be gathering information.
Yeah, like
I'm with Carson.
Yeah, I'm down to find a place that we can hole up though. Like maybe like an empty out like parking garage or some shit, just something that's not on fire.
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe finding an immediate shelter so that we don't get murdered and have like a place to relay back to. But I'm down to do whatever.
Oh, you guys are speaking my language. I have the find safe spaces ability.
Oh, find safe spaces. Oh, there you go.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Y'all wanted Duke to change. You never change, Duke. Never change.
He's gonna start like rummaging through the garbage. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like looking for a good spot.
He's
to
like,
chill.
I found a map.
Looking for a good area.
Hey, you have a whole skill about finding safe spaces. That's pretty dope. That's all right. Yeah. All right. Let's do that. Go ahead and you know city hellscapes in one way or another. You've probably spent your time in a few of them. So yeah, go ahead and roll me your find safe spaces. Obviously, it's intellect based.
I have a skill for assessing danger and perception. Can I give him an asset?
Yes. You're not specialized in either of those, right?
No.
Okay, yeah, one asset then.
When I take a skill for like the checkbox thing, can I take a specialization, or is that just a specific time?
Yeah, it basically bumps it up.
Whenever?
Cool. So you can go from like practice to train to specialize. It's only when it's from an ability and it says you gain training in that just sets it to training rather than increasing the training.
Okay.
Beats difficulty 5. Okay, that's pretty good. So there's areas of the city that seem to be you figure the more rundown areas are actually probably the better place to go, because you figure the nicer and more well kept it is, the more likely you're going to run into the people that run this place, and you don't want to do that. Whereas the shittier areas that look abandoned are probably the place to go. So you're able to sort of weave them through places until you finally get to an area that it looks to be maybe once upon a time it was like a YMCA type deal, like had like indoor like swimming facilities and stuff like that, but it seems to be long abandoned. Part of it, the building's even collapsed, but it doesn't look like it's been touched in a while. But you do see maybe a little glimmer of light from the inside, from like candlelight or something.
This looks promising.
Spaces for the vehicles?
The vehicles, are there active vehicles on the road? Like, are we passing other vehicles, or are there vehicles parked?
It's mostly deserted. At one point, I'll say like maybe there was like you passed like a Rolls Royce and it slowed down when it was near you, but then it took off. It kept going. At one point, you might have saw what kind of almost looked like a shoddy tuk-tuk. But then you heard it like it went off to like another area. It's like kind of like as soon as it saw you, it like turned and left. You haven't seen too many other vehicles. Every once in a blue moon, you might see like a person in an alleyway that quickly like ducks into the shadows. Whenever there's vehicles, it seems people seem to just sort of disappear for the most part. And there is parking spaces at this like YMCA. There looks like there's an indoor like parking garage that was attached to that. It still seems to be in good condition.
That's where I was going with it. Do we need to hide the vehicles was kind of the line of questioning. So indoor parking garage sounds like the perfect spot.
Yeah, there seems to be. Everybody keeps hiding, but maybe if we like put on some dreary fucking goth clothes and go wander the streets, they'll engage with us.
Duke won't steer you wrong.
Yeah, good. It's fine, man. All right, I'm gonna sign into this, and I'm gonna sit here for like 5-10 minutes and absolutely read every word of the terms and service. No, I'm fucking kidding. Except.
Oh, okay. I was like, if you start to read it, it sounds like fucking like a like Orwellian style, like what you would expect from some sort of like hyper policed city state bullshit. Like everything Carson could ever fear from a terms and services. However, when you get to the sign in, there's a sign in and a sign up, but when you can't sign in because you don't have the sign in credentials. And when you go to click sign up, it asks for the number of your tender.
The number of my tender.
And like there's like you know how beside it there's like the little like question mark, you can click it to like get more information. And it shows you two things. First, it shows you a brief description being like the number of your tender can usually be found after a brief whipping, of course, from your local master. And then it shows you also to look for where your tender would be, and it shows like a picture of like a tattooed number on someone's arm.
Oh, that's easy. So we just gotta fucking grab somebody and take their number and get a login. It's not that big of a deal.
Have you seen anybody around, Carson?
Are you trying to get whipped by a master, Leo? Is that what you're after?
Just
because I don't want to get whipped by a master.
A little fake bunch of numbers. You just can't put like 55555 in there and it will work.
No, because there needs to be like a password, and they probably have like, oh, there's already an account with that number. So like.
55556.
Don't you spend enough time on the internet to know how to like get around stupid shit like that?
Not government login systems. I mean, I could fucking try, but a government login system of a highly policed new place.
You could try.
All right, I'll fucking try. Look at Blue.
All right, so you're gonna sit there.
Carson's like the deep web guy, right? Like if anyone knows how to circumvent security measures, it's maybe him.
He's interested.
Certainly not
in it.
Duke or Jack.
I don't think he actually has the skills in it. All right, it's an intellect task for you, Carson, the Desert Drifter Nash. Well, I'll let you know now. It's pretty difficult. You think you could theoretically do it without needing effort, but you would have to roll very high. But it's not easy.
I can't really argue for any of my skills here. I have perception and assessing danger, disguise, intimidation, sleight of hand, and stealth.
Intimidation.
Maybe stealth?
Let me in! No, stealth is about physically, like, yeah.
Hey, what about Jack? This is definitely a stretch, but this is security, right?
Yeah.
Jack has lock picking. We're trying to break into an account, right? Like I need a password. That's like a key in a way.
That's like a mechanical lock picking.
Yeah. All right. No, I said it was a stretch. I said it was a stretch.
I appreciate the attempt, though. There was an attempt.
What if I spent XP? No.
Well, if you spend XP, that's different. Remember, because you
different story.
that's a whole different story. For 2 experience, for example, you can give yourself a hyper specialized skill, and you could say that you are trained in hacking the specific security system for this vampire world.
Okay.
It would be useless on any other world, but you could, for 2 experience, give yourself that skill. And it's just for the login for like this service.
Person goes to his trunk, opens it,
All right.
pulls like this old gym bag out, unzips the pouch and pulls out a Monster Energy drink. I've been saving this for a time like this. I crack it open, I sit down, I start nerding out over the phone, drinking this Monster, and
That
I'll
is
do an
not
XP to reroll.
okay. All right. Like that's not. Oh, okay. That is pretty damn good. That is really good actually. Yeah, with a major effect, no less. Can you think of anything that you would want for your major effect?
What do the boys think?
You didn't get found?
Yeah, they do not find out about this anyway. They cannot find out about it.
I'm like,
They have like a
Untrackable.
backdoor entryway that they don't know about.
You didn't set
Yeah.
off any alarms or anything.
Yeah.
and like I'm a full account and I'm just untrackable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Premium
I'm
account.
for it. So you get in. I mean, you weren't going to set off any alarm bells to begin with, but you get in. But you're like you've got no like GPS coordinates. Like normally, as soon as you log in, it's supposed to like ping where you are in case of like sysadmin needs to track you or something. You've somehow spoofed it so that you're just like 000.
It like thinks we're somewhere else,
Yeah.
Person
like
who
in like a
again,
normal spot for livestock to be.
he has like the long coat, the hood up, the big glasses, and the face wrapping, and you hear him like tapping away on his phone, like typing on the keyboard. Then he says the classic line, "I'm in." Like, well, what questions do you guys have? What should we try to find out?
And yeah, you have access to the internet now, and there's kind of parodies of all the websites you would expect.
Try to find a lord or like some high vampire guy.
The Java key. Where
There it
is?
was.
See if there's like a hierarchy of vampires and we could pick off a lower one.
Hierarchy of vampires.
So you like Google or like their equivalent of Google. So you've logged into the dark web, which is like their normal web, actually. The light web that you think is their secret web. And you like search for like hierarchy of vampires, and there's actually lists. It looks like there's like they rank themselves very publicly, and there's even like helpful articles like, "Are you thinking of switching masters? Get into a death feud today." Things like this. And yeah, it looks like they're listed like there's feudal lords. They call themselves princes in each locale, and then underneath them there's like other like sheriffs and seneschal and a bunch of like other things below them. But like it looks like the prince of this city or this area is Randolph Emiri. And they kind of give like almost like baseball card style-esque stats for them. And it gives like rough age and categories and stuff like this. Most of the other ones are just in this area are just listed as like vampires or vampire thralls. Randolph Emiri is the only one listed as like a master vampire.
He's the only elder or whatever the kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Full-fledged.
Okay. Search our area. Search for Vampire Jack now, motherfucker.
And
I
actually,
need to know.
come to think of it, I wasn't thinking you'd get this, but you're searching on the internet. This is not how I thought this was going to go. I guess you'd get like a picture of him.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah, dude.
Wasn't thinking you would get one at this point, but that happened. So
Look me up, Carson.
Well, what's your last name?
Jack's like, give me the phone. Jack like types in his own information, like holds it really close, like so nobody can see. Just give me a second, I'll give it back.
Your own information.
Yeah. Jack wants to know if there's like a version of him that's here.
All right. Information not found. Yeah.
Jack like deletes the search from the history and then like hands it back.
Cash will ask him to do the same thing.
Cash will do the same thing.
Welcome too. Like search me too.
Yeah,
Cash is next.
Cash is Jermaine.
Oh, Cash, you do find a reference to yourself. It's actually on Reddit. It's under r/aw, like the AWWW, where like normally you find cute fuzzy animals, except apparently in this world it's about like what I guess vampires would consider like cute, fuzzy, and edible people. And it's you in what looks to be a like a nicely pressed suit.
Okay.
Somebody's pet, dude.
Nicely pressed suit, and you're surrounded by kittens.
How long ago was it posted?
This was posted a year and a half ago.
Is there any kind of like notes underneath or comments underneath?
Yeah, there's like
about,
comments underneath like, oh, I'd like to bite of that. Oh, he looks scrumptious. I like kittens. And like just general things like that. A lot of the responses seem to be probably vampires in nature. Yeah, well, you do see a couple of other ones too that like they're labeled, like there's ones with a V symbol beside them, and then there's ones with an L symbol beside them, and one of the L symbol ones would be like, I'd like to breed with that one.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think maybe I'm alive.
I feel like you're alive, but for the wrong reasons.
All right, and Leo, you wanted to see not found, like Jack. Leo, there's no information about you.
Just like a cop to scrub their identity from the internet.
Yeah, it's probably murdered or something.
Is anyone else searching for themselves?
Doc,
No.
Duke.
Duke doesn't even know what's going on. What
Does
are you
anyone
talking about?
search? Does anyone search about anyone else in the group?
Yeah, can we search do you have a key or whatever his name is?
You search for that.
Sure.
Yeah, you search for that. Nothing comes up.
I searched for Carson.
Yeah, I'm gonna search for myself and my grandma.
Search for Carson. And your grandma. So I'm gonna put you together on this result then. Carson and Carson's grandma are both on the most wanted list for acts of terrorism against the peaceful overlords and
Fuck yeah, grandma.
working with the rebellion.
Fuck yeah, grandma. We gotta find grandma.
Yeah.
She could be a huge ally.
Is there any information about their last known location?
Alaska.
Like areas they've been active in?
Last
Like,
known
even in the
location
past?
is
Yeah.
Alaska.
Alaska.
Alaska? What about
That's fucking
Cash?
far.
Can I like look up the metadata behind the photo and see like any location?
Cash metadata. Sure. We will say that he was in Taiwan.
Well then.
All right. Are we going to Taiwan?
No, I think your grandma and you would take precedent if we wanted to go to Alaska first, but
Google the
That's up
ultimate
to you.
blood.
I feel like that's pretty far away to fucking travel just for some extra help in taking down this fellow, this Randolph person.
Yeah, it's
Google
true.
the ultimate blood.
The ultimate blood question mark.
Yeah, isn't that what fucking the Diavaki fucking drank or some shit?
Yeah, apparently.
Good thing you're ugly as shit now, Carson. They won't recognize you on the most wanted list. So
Man, why you gotta say shit
I guess
like that?
if you search the
they won't
ultimate,
recognize you.
if you search the ultimate blood, the only result I can think of you getting is like the equivalent of like a vampire energy drink.
Oh no.
It's like like you know the new like Vampo Monster Energy drink. It's the ultimate blood in a can.
What if we put Diaviki Ultimate Blood?
You get the same thing about the like energy drink, and there's no hits on Diaviki. Once again, they don't know where his whereabouts were when you looked him up, and you do know that Diaviki had the ability to move from world to world, so there's a very good chance he's not here, but you don't know for sure.
Yeah, Diaviki, I feel like I'm gonna have to fuck him up or like find a way to piss him off so he comes to me.
Draw him out. Yeah.
But we're here to take down, what the fuck was this guy's name?
It was
Rudolph?
Randolph.
Rudolph the red-nosed vampire?
It's
in
Randolph
chat.
and you know it. Carson, can you do a quick search for me? This is a little off topic, but I've been struggling with this. Can you search top 5 names for demonic pets?
Top 5. What kind of pet? It's like a lizard, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like we're on Family Feud. Like, good question. Good question.
This one says Infernalisk.
Infernalisk? I don't like that.
Malaval lizard. Beelzebubtail.
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 Beelzebub.
Or demon dragon.
I think I'm just gonna go with my gut and call him Walter.
I feel like when you
Just
Google
seems-
that too, one of the other search results is also like what to name your new breeding pair of humans, and it shows like happy people again.
This place is
I
fucked up.
think I'm just gonna call him Walter.
Yeah,
He looks like a
I'm
Walter.
okay with that. Sure.
He does, right? Right? With the little flaps, like you just think of like big old eared Walter walking down the road.
I know we just like got here and shit, but the first thing I'd like to find out, take a little bit of time, is I'm gonna look up the laws of this place.
All right.
But Carson, you see that flaming building over there? Does it look like this place has any laws?
I mean,
No
You go-
laws for us.
Yeah, you go through,
Sure.
and a lot of the laws actually do only seem to apply to vampires, because human beings are, from what you can tell, don't have to respond to laws because you're property and pets. You shouldn't have your own willful, like, impact. You,
All right.
Basically considered
I'm
cows.
feeling like we have an angle to where we could be the property of Cash while we're here.
100%. We have an out. Cash has a bunch of vampire privilege, so Cash, what do we do? Let's go.
You want me to masquerade as Cash's bitch?
Yeah, you got a caller?
I'm
we
gonna
have
be
to.
I'm gonna be honest, as somebody whose family came from ties to slavery. I don't know if I'm about that. Even if we're in another place, that's a little bit much for me.
Doc will go, Cash, are you hungry? Like, do you actually, like, have you fed today?
I don't crave people.
crave Bondo.
You craved.
Right now, I'd kill for a good steak.
Rare, of course, right?
No, well, like mid rare, like it should be cooked.
Okay.
You godless heathen.
You do
I'm
see.
guessing you're.
You do see a law that if like a new vampire enters a city or another vampire's domain, they are supposed to present themselves before the prince.
Oh, look, Article 3, Section 4, Paragraph 12, dude, of the Byte Code 496. All vampires must present themselves to the Lord or Master of Vampire or be subjected to Class 4 action.
And that lord is Randolph?
That Lord is Randolph.
Well, I mean, if I have to go, then we can let's plan this out.
We'll act like we're going in to respect the law, and then bam.
Does
Honest
that
with you, I don't think we can go with you unless we're your slaves.
But, like, would you be cool with acting like it until we get close enough, and we'll just fucking and get the blood, and then we'll get the fuck out of here.
If I act like you guys are slaves, and they immediately like, what if somebody's just like, oh well, then don't mind if I fucking take this juice box and snap Leo's neck and start fucking drinking them.
Well, then I'm gonna fucking defend myself.
Why would they go to Leo first? Like, why? I don't think Leo would be the first.
I meant as an example.
Because it's like bacon.
You're like, give me a break.
Yeah, I'd blast them. I mean, they'd probably get Jack or
Then I
Duke
started
first.
blasting.
Well, if that happens, I mean, it's probably them trying to fucking intimidate you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just
But
don't take it.
if you're in a position
Tell them
of,
that you're
like-
not one to be fucked with, and I'll back you up. What are they gonna do? Fight all of us? Then we fight.
how do I make you look like slaves?
While
He's
you're
put his
there,
hands behind his back. and like-
while you're there in the parking
how Leo
garage,
does.
like talking to each other, it's at that point that you remembered in the building there was like a little bit of candlelight or something. You actually hear a scream come from inside of the building, like a woman's scream.
Doc runs towards the sound.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Cash will
running.
run to act as well.
You're gonna run towards. Okay.
Huffs and then he follows.
But going
Alright.
to try and sneak through.
Same, yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Stealthy, of
sneak
course.
with you.
Okay, so you guys like start booking it, and then you're like, let's do this carefully, and you're gonna start like trying to like sneakily weave your way through type thing.
Cash does not go in stealthily.
Okay, all right,
Cash Cash pulls this fucking big fucking hefty runic sword from his back and like runs in ahead of everybody.
Jack uses that as an excuse to go in stealthily.
Yep.
As a distraction, if you will.
Everyone else is going in
So
stealthily,
stealthy.
but Cash is just your blade now. You're just booking it in. Got it.
I'm
got
the
it.
only one who looks like they belong there.
True. Okay,
You're the
so
only one here with rights.
that means that Cash is going to be ahead of you, guys.
Wait, so you're saying I'm not the black guy this time?
Yeah, it's rolled and flipped.
Is this
How
what
does it feel?
Is this what reparations feels like?
I would like to.
God.
I would like to note that I am kind of thankful I didn't try to turn monetization on for this video.
I just got you demonetized if it was.
With the amount of times you just said the word slave, it wasn't going to be monetized anyways. That wasn't going to happen.
Rolls.
I mean,
call them thralls.
slightly forced helper person.
Property.
Coerced friend.
Unpaid intern. The threat's implied.
Oh no, this isn't just. It's just straight up. Okay. Right. Okay. So, Cash, you. Let's put this here. I don't really have a token for like a person, but there's gonna be a person there. Okay. There's that, and then. We'll say one of these. Okay. So you rush into this room and you see this like was 3 human beings there. A woman and man has already been slaughtered, and there's about like a 14-year-old girl there who's like huddling in the corner as you see a vampire with this like vicious looking dog that accompanies her, just sort of like in the corner, like drinking and feeding off of these people in the corner of the room. As you sort of like burst in, and you see them like feeding off of the dead humans with the girl like in the other corner. She's in like rags. It looks like she's like emaciated, probably like starving, looking none too well, but she's doing her best. She screamed, but she stopped, and she's just shaking in the corner from these other 2.
Barcode number on her arm?
She does not, that you can see, because she's got like sleeves down.
Okay. Yeah, I bust right in. Like, you can put me into like the same area as them because I don't hesitate. I'm not acting like I'm not supposed to be there, so I'm not acting apprehensive or scared. Instead, I'm actually going to like go like full kind of like intimidation, aggressive, and be like, "Who the fuck told you that you could fucking eat on my property?"
The vampire like spins around and goes. She like wipes some blood from her mouth. She's like, "What do you mean your property?"
I mean, this place is mine, and I don't believe I invited you for dinner.
I don't remember this place being registered to anybody.
Well, clearly you're mistaken. So how about you take what you've killed already and get the fuck out?
She takes out like a smartphone. What's the name under the registrar?
Fuck yourself.
Well, if we've taken from your property, I owe you.
It's unique. 2 U's.
Unique with 2 U's?
No. It's fuck you with 2 U's. And they're not where you think.
It's not. Well, how do I spell that then? It's not. If I owe you, I will make recompense. I don't want to be in trouble with the council or anything. But I really did. I checked the registrar for this area. I thought it was free hunting grounds.
Not anymore.
I'm not seeing anything here. Did you mess up the paperwork?
Oh, I might have here. Let me have a look. I'm gonna roam up closer. A sword still in hand.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you look like a like you have fangs and the red eyes and everything. Like you look like a vampire, right? Like,
yeah,
yeah. So she's completely nonplussed.
I'm trained in heavy blade attacks. And as I'm roaming up, like looking like curious to look at her phone, I want to make a runic sword attack, to just separate her head from her shoulders.
You can certainly try. She doesn't look like she's like one of those like super powerful ancient vampires. When you fought the vampires before, she looks like she's not moving super quickly. It was more like those vampire thralls that you would fought in the warehouse. Like she doesn't look like she's terribly powerful or anything. So do you think that there's a very good chance you could probably axe her fairly quickly if you wanted to? So yeah, if you want to, you move up. If you want to make an attack roll, just suddenly ease it. She's not expecting it. She's actually completely off guard from you. You technically would then ease it by 4 because you're considered a completely unexpected attacker.
You got it.
She's not expecting another vampire to attack her. Oh my fucking god.
Just one clean sweep, just like, and like that anime style, like the head, like it looks like it's going still like there for a second before it like slides off the body and it's just like a fountain spray of blood out of her neck.
All right, you do that, but then the dog is immediately going to attack, so it's going to be initiative from everybody against this dog.
Yep.
Although I imagine this is going to be fast.
Diamond hands tonight.
Let's go, Duke.
Oof.
All right, GM intrusion for Duke. All right, Duke.
Duke falls onto his shotgun, fucking blows his fucking face off.
He just dies. You just die, Duke. You just die. No. So Duke, you were the first one to actually start like sneaking around and stuff. And you're like, oh yeah, military training. I'm going to do tactics and stuff. And you go into the YSCA and start sneaking like in a different direction. And next thing you know, you're actually kind of lost and you don't know where everyone else went. So you're actually a little bit further away.
Just follow me, boys. We'll find them. And then I turn around. Fuck.
God damn it. You're like in the washroom for the girls' change room. You're like, what? Yeah. All right. Okay, Jack, you are the first to react here. You definitely heard like there she would have started to, like, I guess she wouldn't even have made a noise, but there was definitely like a bit of like, there was a rustle, the sound of like a heavy thump. The girl probably would have screamed again, and then this dog would have instantly started doing this like demonic, like barking, growling sound.
Does Jack have line of sight to the dog?
I'm gonna say not until you've moved at least to the next area, because then you'd be like right in front of the door to the room.
Okay.
You're like down the hallway a bit right now.
Yeah, okay. Could my minor effect on my initiative be that I moved further and...
That's a bit much for a minor effect.
Yeah, kind of like moved up. Can I get like an easement on rolling to see if I moved up? Jack was like extra aware that shit was going down since there were, there was yelling.
Yeah, go ahead and give yourself an asset on the speed check if you want to do like the move and action thing.
I do, yeah.
Oh, you're good.
So Jack's gonna move up, and then I'm going to attack with my gun.
Yeah, you see like this demon dog thing there, but the vampire's already been sliced in twain.
So I have a few abilities that I think would work with this. I have surprise attack, with surprise before my opponent's acted, or attacking from a hidden vantage. I get an asset and do 2 extra damage.
That's true. It hasn't gone yet. It wasn't expecting people from the doorway, so yeah, that makes sense.
Perfect.
You're not hidden per se, but it hasn't acted, so that works.
Yeah, I figured it would somehow. Okay. I have 2 extra damage from that. I'll factor that in, and then I'm going to do this. Difficulty 6.
6. Yes, that will hit.
Okay, it takes 10 damage.
10. All right.
That's my turn.
So your like shot goes into it, and it's a pretty powerful shot. Like that should have been like an insta kill for like any human being or anything. The dog, it hurt. Don't get me wrong, but he kind of takes it, and like he stumbles a little bit, but he still seems to be doing pretty good.
Jack would be like, "Oh, get ready."
All right, Cash.
Cash is gonna turn and kind of like hold his hand after he sees the gunshot and like see the dog get hit and be like, hold on a second. He puts on that mean mug again and kind of like again, like without fear, walks like right up to the fucking snout of the black dog. And as the dog is trying to snap at him, he like grabs its fucking snout with his hand and like keeps it shut.
Oh, a dominant gesture.
Like my attempt is to like I want to grab him and like fucking like kind of like lock eyes with him and kind of like be like, I'm the boss now. Like
Look
I'm
at
the
me.
alpha.
I'm the alpha.
I'm the alpha now.
Yeah, I mean that's an intellect task for sure. If you think you have a skill that applies, let me know. But
I do not, unless vampire dogs are part of my vampire lore knowledge.
This isn't specifically a vampire thing.
Okay.
And it looks pretty fierce, pretty tough. I'm gonna let you know it's not an easy roll.
Is there any kind of intimidation from me, like just like fucking mowing its master down?
That's a good point. I would give you an asset. You just like one shot the person that was in control of it. So
Beats difficulty 7.
yeah, all right. I'm gonna say it's enough to give the dog pause for its turn while it susses things out. Not necessarily, it may still attack you, but it's enough that you've kind of like you've stunned it basically. Like it's not sure what to do.
Well, that's like for now. I'm just gonna try to keep hold of it and kind of like lock eyes with it and like kind of like at least like get close enough that it recognizes me as superior before I can. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in that case, it wouldn't. It basically, it's where it should be having a turn right now and trying to kill you. It freezes, like it doesn't know what to do. Like you're in control of it. You're the alpha, and it doesn't know what it should do. And I need an intellect defense from Cash and Jack, please.
Got it.
Sure.
It's not doing anything, but it has just this passive aura.
How is difficulty 5? Oh, fucking 20.
Damn. Jack, you're
Fucking
good and you're going to get a major
died,
effect. Cash, difficulty 5 is not enough.
Not enough?
Not enough. So that's going to be 2 points of intellect damage from a severe black despair and sadness just from being like looking at this dog.
Okay.
Jack, you not only resist this, I guess you're dead inside or something. You get a major effect. Can you think of anything that would be like interesting for a major effect as far as like resisting this mental intrusion?
It's resisting them. Can I? So what's the mental intrusion trying to do? Is it like a fear effect or something?
Just seeing this dog gives you such a level of like despair, sadness, fear, things like this, just these negative emotions that it normally like begins to like harm those that see it.
And Jack try and like turn it back on the thing, like it tries to use the effect on Jack, and Jack is just like, because he's so like, there's all the like past trauma of like he's an orphan, his family's dead, also his biker family's dead, you know, also he's just like so fucked up, like it doesn't even affect like register. And like this is a universe where like humans are supposed to be terrified of everything because they're livestock, and he just like he like looks it dead in the eye, like he's gonna shoot it again. Basically, he's like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
okay, yeah, I'll give it. Sure.
Try and like turn it back. No, it's afraid of Jack or something. Did I roll like an intimidation on it?
Is that what you wanted to do? Like to as your major effect is get an intimidation on it then? To cower it even more?
Like, it's trying to inflict a despair thing on me. Could I?
Okay,
like, roll,
so
like, maybe
the fact that you resisted it that well. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Roll an intellect task for me. You're going to get an asset on it.
Perfect.
And I'll say if you succeed, because half the work was already done by Cash, I will say this thing basically will become peaceful.
Oh, hell yeah.
That is not enough, though.
I am going to use my XP to re-roll that. How about an 8?
That is enough. Okay. I want to say combat is over, but we're gonna have to see when we get to Duke if that's truth. So at the moment, it calms, it's peaceful. This is still technically its turn. It
looks mad at Jack, and Jack's like, "Down, Fido, or I'll shoot you again."
I will say the black dog, like with your hand still on its muzzle there, Cash, the black dog actually sits.
Okay.
Leo, you kind of see Jack down the hallway, like shouting and like pointing and going crazy, like in a doorway.
Can I move up into the green? I'd have to roll a speed task.
If you want to roll if you want to do something and move the next section, it'd be a speed task.
I'm just trying to move. I'm not trying to do anything.
Oh, it doesn't cost. Yeah, you don't have to roll if you're just moving to the next area.
Yeah, I'll just move up to the next area and I'll be like, is Cash grabbing that dog? And that'll be my turn.
All right, Doc.
You said it seems like the threat has been eliminated. Like, can I tell that yet or not yet?
You can't see in that room. You don't know. You just know that like they're standing. Those two are standing at the doorway. You can't see into this room yet.
Doc? Oh. start to kind of assess what's going on. Like, Cash, are we good?
So if you want to head into that room, it would be a speed task just to move that distance.
Oh, it didn't change colors. I just assumed.
Ignore the colors for this because we're using the zone-based one, not the distance. So it's by zones. So it's like short, long. So there'd be a long distance thing.
I'll do a speed test. Doc's pretty urgent to get in to make sure everything's kosher.
Go ahead and roll a speed test for me then.
Speed task.
Things will probably go smoothly, but for all I know, Duke's gonna like bum rush in. All right, yeah, you're fine. You're able to get in. You see a dead vampire. You see a 14-year-old girl like huddled, like shivering in the corner, and you see this like weird black demon dog thing like playing nice and sitting.
I'll tell Walter. I'll say, go scavenge the vampire. I'll tell him like telepathically, like go scavenge that vampire. See what you can find on it.
I'll go check it out. And yeah, the little like demon
as well.
All right. Duke, you've heard some shit from like down the hallways in another direction. You think you could find your way there if you needed to. Like if you get at least like one zone away, I'd say you'd be able to like see what's happening into the room. So Duke, what would you be doing in this situation?
Move to one zone away.
Okay, all right.
I have fleet of foot, so
yeah, that's why I didn't ask you to roll. I knew that you're super fast. You see what you see here. The dead vampire, the demon dog sitting nicely with Cash's hand like on its muzzle, holding it.
Yeah. Okay. So, and it looks all like tamed up and all that. Well,
and if
as
you,
much as Duke wants to destroy everything nuts.
I was gonna say, if you wanted to act at this point, you have to spend that level of effort as part of your fleet of foot.
Yeah. No. He's gonna watch the situation from here.
Oh, he did have that breakthrough last session, so he's having he had a little bit of a catharsis. So maybe Duke's like, he's growing up a little bit. He doesn't shoot immediately.
They're not surprising me either. So
that's true. That's true.
Like they're not like I'm not turning around and a little gray aliens in my face. Like so like I'll still probably shoot all those. But this no.
All right. So last person to check with then Carson. With everything going on.
Carson like does a somersault into the room with his crossbow named Revenge and shoots the dog in the head.
Is he?
No, I don't. No,
okay.
No, absolutely not. I come in the room. I'm like,
okay.
Oh, puppy. Oh shit! You killed a vampire. Good job. Where are you headed off to?
All right. With that, the dog is. It's not under your command or anything per se, but the dog is not hostile or violent towards you guys. It's respected your authority, specifically Cash and Jack, and it's healed at the very least.
So the next step for me is to start to get it into that trusting position. So like I will remove my clawed hand from its snout and instead like kind of like raise my hand to like let it like sniff my hand and then pet it and try to fucking like get like push off this feeling of despair that I'm getting as I'm trying to kind of like train the dog slightly to start to trust us and work.
Can Jack
with us.
assist with that? Because he's also kind of in a commanding presence, like provide an asset or whatever.
I would definitely have Jack provide an asset in this case.
Carson has an ability to enable others and can help without an action. Can I just like help from afar? In
this particular case, you wouldn't be able to assist because it doesn't respect you. These things are very like particular.
Can I argue against that? Can I
sure.
argue against that because he's got the most experience with dogs?
That's true.
Well, I would have like a classic dog treat on me, maybe.
All right, I'll allow it. So you get 2 assets. I'll allow it.
Milk bone. Like I subtly hand the treats to Cash, so he's doing it like the dog still doesn't like me.
Yeah, I can't apply levels of effort into this because it'll drain my intellect. So this is
I can
need those
do
assets.
the effort if you'd like. Like I can.
And I'll let you know that you're trying to hit a 6.
If you want me to roll, I can do effort.
You want to do the roll instead, and you
Yeah.
use the 2 assets? Okay.
I have a thing in case I fail.
So do I. I have advantage.
Ooh, I get to reroll with an extra asset, although I have 2. But
If I use an XP to re-roll a d20 for any roll that affects only me, I add 3 to that roll.
I'm getting a +4 on my bonus right now.
I'll give it to you then. You go for it with the 2 assets. Yeah.
And a minor effect.
Jesus Christ.
Success.
Tier
Success.
taming of this shadow animal.
God damn. All right. Yeah. So it's not like it's a completely tamed companion. These things, I won't say why, but it can't become a completely tamed companion without some magical intervention. But it will at least follow you. It won't harm any of your companions, and you've suppressed its like aura of despair thing. You've managed it so it's not continuously like emitting this aura.
Beautiful.
So it's friendly to you and would even be willing to like accompany you, may even defend you if you get into problems, but you can't actually command it. Like it's not yours.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah.
My next step is going to move over to the girl. I'm going to like hold both hands up and be like, I know I looked scary. I'm gonna pull like an O. Henry out of my sack, like my side satchel, and I'm just going to like place it in front of her and back up and be like, it's food. You look hungry.
Thank you. She takes it and she does that like look at you to like double check like this isn't a trick. You're not about to off me for taking this.
He's like backing up and like hands up, like he's got his weapon back on his back and he like backs up so like he is completely in like a defensive position. Like, listen, like, are you okay?
Yes, or I mean, I guess this means you're my new master. Are these your thralls?
He looks back at the other people and he says, "Were these your parents?"
Well, I mean, I lived with them. I mean, does anyone even get to keep family anymore these days?
What's your name?
Claire?
Claire, I'm gonna tell you a wild story, okay?
Okay.
We aren't from around here, as in we're from far enough away that we don't follow the same rules as this place does. I have no intention of being your master. I have no intention of harming you. And I'm sorry that we couldn't get here sooner to save the people that you were with. But if you can tell us more about this place and what's going on around here and kind of the lay of the land of things, I promise that we will protect you. How's that sound?
Okay. All right. Sure.
My name is Cash. That's Duke, Doc, Leo, Jack, and that's Carson.
I'm Claire.
Has anyone named the dog yet? Anybody got
No,
Fido.
Isn't it your fucking dog?
I was thinking
Jack's like giving him. Jack's giving Fido like belly rubs and like tending to the wound where he shot him. He's like, "I'm sorry I shot you. I just thought you were trying to kill us. And I didn't mean it. Here's some belly rubs. Who's a good boy?"
We're seriously not bringing that thing with us, are we?
Yeah, we are. I've already bonded with him. I love him more than all of you. I would kill him. I would kill all of you and then myself if anything bad happened to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna laugh when something bad happens and he bites you in the ass.
As you're rubbing him, you already see the wounds closing and like the bullet like pops out of him.
Jack's like, oh,
Awesome.
give me the bullet back. Who's a good boy? And he like puts it back in the magazine. Like,
I
but
think it's a bad idea.
he gives a bit of like a happy grumble, but despite it being a happy grumble, like being even in his presence, you still feel a little sad.
that's fair.
It's kind of messed up that the first vampire we met here tried to attack you and you had to cut its head off. That's wild that it would be so violent and just come at you like that.
No, it didn't try to attack me. I just cut its head off.
Oh,
Yeah,
why?
why not?
Why did you attack your own kind?
They could have like more information. I guess we got the girl for information. I'm gonna pull up some pliers.
No. This place is supposed to be a safe base. It's not like we can keep them alive.
That's true.
With the dog on our side, we've got that out of the way, and Claire might have a little bit more information, and we're using this as a base of operations. It sounded like the best play at the time.
What I'm
I'm gonna ask,
hearing.
where's Randolph? Like, ask her that the girl. You know where this Randolph is?
Randolph? I don't know who Randolph is. What is he? Is he one of the, like, does he hold a position?
Yeah.
That's what we're asking you. We
I don't know.
What do you know?
Well, I mean, a lot of things. Like, that's a pretty open question, sir.
What do you know about the place that you live? What should we know if we're in this area and not looking to play nice?
So you're not with the normal structure? Like, have you presented yourself to the prince? You're not here to like buy livestock or something?
No, we've got a particular purpose. I guess in the meantime, I guess these guys want to lay low, but I'm okay to cause a little bit of havoc. Livestock, so that's kind of what they refer to what you are, like humans. Your livestock.
Yeah, I wasn't born with a license. They didn't have a license for me, so they hid me away, and then the resistance, because the war, man, it like they helped us out a little bit, but they can only help out so much. Because I mean they want to help humans, but they want to fight vampires more.
Do you know where the closest resistance outpost is?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Like I said, the resistance are willing to like help humans and interact with humans, but I mean they're so different than us.
Oh, Claire. In a bad spot, huh?
And I mean, it's nicer than being with the vampires. At least getting helped by their natural enemy is kind of a bonus, but then they kind of leave us be. They don't really help us beyond freeing us.
He's gonna nod and he's gonna stand up. He'll look down at her and be like, "You don't have to worry about me. I'm not quite. I look like them, but I'm not quite like them."
Oh, okay.
He's gonna look at everybody else and be like, "So, sounds like the resistance is great for helping if we want to take something down, but it doesn't sound like their mission is wholly to keep these people alive."
Yeah, like it kind of sounds like they liberate them, but then once you're out, you're on your own. And I wouldn't imagine being like an unlicensed or unregistered human in these parts is a grand thing. I'm talking as I have pliers and I'm pulling out the vampire's teeth from its severed head. And does it have two pointy ones or four, like tops and bottoms?
I'm gonna say the vampires in this world, they seem to have like the primary like canines, but then the teeth on either side of it are also kind of like a little pointed, just not as prevalent.
Okay, I'll take the two big ones then.
Carson, you off your rocker? What are you doing that for?
Oh no reason, man. I'm good. I'm cool. It's not a vampire turned me fucking ugly after everything I've been through, and I'm going through some revenge shit, and I really want to fucking kill him as I'm affixing the teeth to my crossbow named Revenge.
I've seen Resistance do that, but you're human. Do you want to be like them?
How do you know I'm human? Can't
Well-
see my eyes, can't see my face. I could be a vampire.
You could. Well, I didn't say vampire. I said the Resistance.
Wait, they're not vampires? What are they?
No, they're the natural enemies of the vampires.
Insurance collectors.
No.
The IRS?
No, those are vampires. Cash.
You know, like,
Real estate agents.
Also vampires.
I don't know what any of these things are.
Landlords.
Landlords.
Wait,
Oh,
no, those are rats.
Landlords.
Those are
Yeah.
parasites.
Oh no, you're right.
You guys joke a lot.
Sorry,
we're
yeah,
not
we're
joking.
You have no idea.
we're sorry, yeah, we're a bit of a jovial bunch. She'll pull out another O. Henry and hand it to her.
Yo, can I get one of those? How many do you have?
Oh yeah, I
Like
have
rolling
a.
around in the corner, rubbing Fido's belly still.
He's like, yeah, I have a. He tosses. He tosses one at Carson. He's like, yeah, man, I have a whole case. I love these things.
These are really good food.
But what are the resistance if they're not vampires or landlords?
They're natural enemies. Like, what? There's only one thing that would fight vampires.
Humans.
No. Well, we suck
No.
at it.
Werewolves.
Werewolves aren't real. No, the
We're not really
resistance.
from here, Claire.
Zombies?
The time traveling cyborg ninjas.
Yeah, of course. Why didn't we fucking think of that, right, Claire? I hate this place.
Listen, hey, she's a kid. She's a kid. So
No,
there's
it's cool. I'm not blaming her for her wacky world.
there's time traveling cyborg ninjas
they
that
work
have come
with
back
the
to
humans.
fight vampires.
Yeah, they do work with humans. There's a human that actually leads them, and he wants to send one through time to a guy named John Connolly, and we're going to try and stop the vampire apocalypse before it happens.
This is a fucking movie, Claire.
Sounds like
What?
Carson kicks the severed head of the vampire like against the wall like a ball. What's this leader's name?
I don't know. I don't know much details.
I bet you any amount of fucking money his name is John Connerly.
Oh, you think he was named after like the person that we're supposed to protect or something, or that they want to send the ninjas after?
Okay,
How do you see-
okay. No, she hasn't. She really hasn't, Carson. Calm.
I pull out my vape and put it under my scarf.
Yeah, calm the fuck down. Okay, Claire.
they don't even have the internet here, Carson. Come on, you know how much trouble we had to go through to get into the internet?
I look up Terminator on the internet.
Claire will like reach, or Cash will reach out a hand to Claire to like offer to help her up.
Okay. And I know what the internet is. We hacked into LOL once, Livestock Online, and we got to we looked around and stuff.
Claire, have you ever pet one of those devil dogs before?
No, I don't want to.
Would you like to?
Nope.
No?
No.
Okay.
I get sad just looking at it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's an ugly little bastard, but
Jack is like practically in tears because of the sadness aura, but he's still like petting Fido. He's like, I love you so much, man.
Yeah, you like pet
Stinky
him.
dog outside.
You pet him and like you're so happy for a moment, but every once in a while you look into the depths of its eyes and like consider suicide for a split second before going, oh, good, a good boy.
Yeah.
all right, Claire. Well, we're going to turn this into our kind of base of operations, and you don't have to leave. You can
Okay.
if you want. You're not a prisoner, but
I've
while
nowhere
you're
to
here,
go.
we'll keep you safe, and
Whoa. We're gonna try to find the resistance, right?
it's not our main gig, but if you think
Well,
we should.
We could use some help because my initial plan was to just act as like your thralls and then fucking attack the prince just outright.
Yeah, same. I was gonna cut his head off just like I cut hers off.
And then just
Oh, you wanted
Are
to
we
go
not
after
worried
the
that-
prince?
oh no. This is hypothetical. We're talking about our Earth, Prince back home.
Oh, okay. So you don't want to go
Yeah, we're not
downtown.
Are we not worried that the TTCN will attack Cash on sight?
He doesn't look like his former self. Oh wait, sorry, not Cash. Sorry, I thought you were talking about.
If the TTCN is really against all vampires, like, is that really a good place to take Cash?
I mean, we can disguise Cash, but I'm just saying if they want to help us actually attack this guy, but the other thing is like maybe they can actually keep her safe because we're not staying here.
Right.
Or you can come to the fucking Timeborn thing, I guess.
It's like all the stragglers go, really.
We could start rescuing everybody from every world and take them back to Timeborn.
Well, there's like a whole multiverse. Like she could find a place to chill.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we saw some kids up there. So.
I mean,
yeah, probably.
if you're gonna fight, I'm just saying, like, I've always wanted to like fight back against them. I want to be like John's mom, Sasha Connolly.
Okay, you know how to use a knife, kid?
No.
You want to learn? Jack pulls out like he pulls out his knife and then he pulls out like a much smaller knife. He's like, this is a kid's knife, but it's still like a very large knife to hand to a child.
Oh, thank you.
We can start in the morning. Keep this thing close to you.
We're gonna kill some vampire thralls. Is it as easy as killing a human?
Oh yeah,
killed
well, I don't know.
Hold on, have you killed
That's a
humans?
vampire.
Only a couple of times when I had to. In like the death brawls. I mean,
what now?
who hasn't?
Can you tell me what the death brawls are?
Yeah, you know, sometimes if you want to move up in station, or the vampires, like, you know, they're bored or they have a dispute to settle so that they don't fight amongst themselves, because vampires don't kill vampires. They make their pets, their friends, their obligatory friends fight for them.
They're playing Pokemon with people out here, dude.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon. Yeah.
Are there gyms?
Gyms?
I'm not fucking Pokemon, Cash. I'm not fighting in no goddamn. I'm not going to no goddamn Elite Four. I'm
You
not
want us
going
to
back.
like work out? No, there's not gyms. There's stations and leaders, and yeah, they can get little pins.
Yeah, there's like a league.
There's they broadcasted on the website for it. Yeah.
And is the prince one of these leaders?
I don't think so. I've never heard of the prince partaking. He's more of a he just does his own thing. He's like, you know, he's downtown in the big black building, the skyscraper, the glass one.
I'm gonna look up death brawls on
Right.
like Reddit r/death brawls.
Yeah, there's like a devoted to like website to it. It looks like it has its own like channel. It's almost like an ESPN styled like thing. Be like, now death rolls this Sunday, and you've got you got like this like old like Nosferatu vampire being like, go Gerald, get him, and like then another like younger vampire with like a hat turned backwards be like, I don't think so. And like, come on, Susan. And then like this two people like just beating the ever loving shit out of each other in a small octagon ring.
I know it's
All
very
right.
fucked up to say, but I kind of love it.
No, dude, this place is fucked. We need to just get this vampire blood and get out of here. We don't even need to kill the prince. I don't even give we just need to go.
Hold on, put the
stab
next
him,
episode
get
on.
the blood.
Sorry. I was really into it. Sorry.
Man, we both know Susan was gonna win. I don't know why they let her bring in her purse. That was just unfair.
Yeah, that was brutal. Squash that guy's head like a grape.
Yeah, I want to see Gerald fight again. Is there more of him that can us fight?
Gerald does not ever fight again. Susan wins. It looks like it is always a fight to the death.
This place is crazy, dude.
Well, that's why if it was a game that we'd have to play against the prince, you know.
I don't think
You
it's that
might-
crazy. I mean, it's not like like in LA or something where you got to do it on like the rollerblades with the fireworks and everything.
So
Okay.
Sounds like fun.
so
I want to see Duke go into them now. He's like, I'm doing it for funsies.
Are we going to a death battle? It's just Cash. He's like, get him, Duke! Fucking Duke comes out with the shotgun.
Starts blasting.
On roller skates. Like,
Duke, come back! Go, Jack! Fucking Jack comes out all coked out, like, oh.
So, we have a dead body of a vampire that's a legal citizen of this place that wasn't offending anybody and got their head cut off. Oh, we probably could have asked her some questions too. Like, I'm all for killing her, but like, she might have known a thing or two.
No,
I'm sure-
listen, I made a split decision. I understand that it may have not been the best decision, but it was the one I made at the time.
She couldn't
it's a
have helped you
vampire.
much anyways. I mean, look at her. She's newly turned. I doubt she's been a vampire longer than like a year or two.
Yeah, really, she's a nobody. Get
Wait,
it?
she was
Nobody.
hold on. She was checking housing accessibility on her phone. Can I grab her phone and see if it's like, is it password protected or is it accessible?
Actually, I think Jack currently has the phone
Okay, okay.
because his shadow had like returned it to him because you got your shadow to go search the body. So the shadow would actually like
that was-
all she had on her was like
Who else did
a
it?
knife and her smartphone.
That was Duke. Or no,
Yeah,
Doc,
me.
sorry.
Oh no, it was
Doc, not
Doc's
Jack.
imp. It was Doc's like demon.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Sorry, I thought it was your shadow. Doc's demon.
No,
Yes.
I've
So
been
Doc,
playing with
you have the phone then.
Okay.
So yeah, Cash
You want
looking
me to
around.
run,
You,
like-
Supposed to pull it out.
so Cash, you're looking for the phone, but you remember seeing the little demon dude like rummaging through the corpse and like walking.
I'll just look at Doc. I'll be like, is her access the same as like the cattle access? Or does she have like some kind of vampire network she has access to?
I'll like reach in the pocket and I'm like, shit. Job. Like I didn't even realize he got it. I wasn't even paying attention. I was listening to you guys. I don't know. I don't really. I just hand it over to Carson. Like you're pretty good with this kind of stuff. You want to check it out?
Yeah, sure. I'll do the very complicated task of pressing this button. And is it locked?
It's locked. It needs either a code or a thumbprint.
Oh, easy. I walk over. I cut off her thumb. Like no mercy. Press it on. Start going through it. Pictures, messaging, and like they said, do they have another network, like a vampire network?
She has access to like it's the same internet, but it looks like there's like there's basically a vampire social media site that like livestock wouldn't have access to, and it's just called v.com. It used to be called Vitter, but then one of the vampires like took control of it and started changing it up, and it was really all the vampires think it's a stupid idea. He ended up just getting beheaded eventually, but now it's just called V. And
See
yeah,
any red check marks.
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you can get a red check mark just by paying now instead of being confirmed, which is really stupid. Anywho, you are able to go on that, and then you're able to like, yeah, it's got like social media for, and it has like their titles if they have like a position within a local territory. It's like that is, as far as you know, confirmed. It's got everyone's like titles, and you can like follow them by name and title and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a bit of time sending all of the information I possibly can to myself on the cattle VPN phone that can't be traced.
Okay.
And then as I'm doing that, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna transfer all the fucking data from this phone, then destroy it. We're
Why don't
murderers.
you fucking change your email passwords and stuff and then log
Well,
in on
like-
your phone?
Well, the thing is, like, you know how I said you weren't wanted here, so why not just call the police? We're now criminals, and we need to cover up this murder. We need to get rid of the body, and we need to make sure that her phone can't be traced back to us, and, like, I'm probably going to get in the BMW, drive it around town a little bit, and then fucking huck it in the lake,
Claire,
so
you
her
said,
last location isn't here.
Claire, you said that she was newly turned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is
She
there
looked
much
it.
care for newly turned folk?
Well, it's not that they would care, but I mean, like if you killed if you killed her, then her masters, because she's newly turned vampires are almost as much property as people are, right? So like he'll be pissed that you destroyed one of his toys, basically, for her.
Interesting.
Or just take her phone and get rid of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just getting all the data first. We should also get rid of the body. Then we should probably be fine, you know?
Yeah, I can burn the body.
Yeah.
Okay. I grab her head and I like the severed head, and I look at Claire and be like, "Do you know if we can figure out whose master she was? Who was her master?"
Well, I don't know. You can, I mean, check her contacts on her phone. See if she had anyone like labeled as like master or something.
Would it be on V?
Maybe, but he might not be listed as her master. Like he'll just be listed by his name, so you don't know who. But can't you just check her phone, see if like someone's like in her like contacts?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'll check.
And yeah, you go through, you scroll down the M. One of them is labeled master, and then it's also like under it is like Mr. J. Anderson.
J. Anderson, eh?
Can you get more information about Jay Anderson, Carson?
Yep. Looking him up on V right now. Just let me check V.
Yeah, I just want to know where his address is, like where he lives. I want to drop off a gift.
You look him up. Jay Anderson is he's a somewhat older vampire, although not considered like a master or true vampire per se. But it looks like he's downtown a little bit more, and he runs like vampire accounting services.
Yeah, he's some fucking desk jockey, white collar, fucking 9 to 5 schlub. I wouldn't worry about him too much.
Oh, you got an address for him?
Yeah, you gonna do something petty?
I'm gonna do something fun.
You know what? I'm fucking in. Let's go do something fun. We need to kill or get this prince, though.
Yeah,
that's why we're fucking here.
We have to talk to the prince, but also I want to make sure that we have a reputation.
Why?
Because let's make it very clear that while we're here, we're not to be fucked with, so we don't have to deal with any lower chaff.
Well, like, isn't that anti-intuitive because we're trying to get close enough to him so we can backstab him?
Well, we have to go see him no matter what.
Yeah, let's go fuck with this
Jay
Anderson guy.
Yeah, I want to fuck with this dude. So, I want to find, like, is there anything, like, a box? Is there a box around? Look, a head-sized box?
I'll say you can find, like, something near, like, something within the YMCA. Like, there's an area where they're, like, say they had a bunch of T-shirts that were made a long time ago. The T-shirts have kind of gotten a little moldy, but you dump them out, and there's, like, the box that came in.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make it like on like a little like card, write "Love sincerely, Diamond Hands," and put it in the box with the head. And then I'm gonna drive out to the address of this person, ring the doorbell, if there's a doorbell, or like knock on the door, leave the box, and then get in the car and drive away.
So you ding dong ditch with a person's head.
Yeah,
I like it. All right. Yeah, you're the safest person to drive around. Like you pass another car or two occasionally. The person might look at you, kind of see that you're like, all right, they don't look human, whatever. They leave you alone. It definitely seems like vampires are allowed to drive. Just it's a lot more rare. But yeah, you can you drop a head off at this individual's address. It looks like it's like in a series of row houses or whatnot. Like you pull up, you find the right one, slam, leave the box there, and then you peel off.
Yeah, and then I'll go back to where we were. I'll like do like a long route, like kind of drive around and take in like a scenic view, see what's around first, and then make my way back.
Yeah. When you left, I would have given you her phone as well to ditch. I'm like, I got all the data. It's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys are waiting at the YMCA. You're there with Claire, who kind of. Oh, did we lose somebody?
Kirby just
Kirby said in
disconnected.
chat that he couldn't hear anything. He had to reset Discord.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you are there with Claire just hanging out while he goes and like makes a little bit of a name for Diamond Hands. And do you have any other questions for Claire or anything while you're there? She seems to know the world fairly well. Relatively so.
I'm just trying to find as much out about this prince as I can, but I think that we might need to just like scout around the city or some shit. Doc, you should know how to like investigate a new area and figure shit out. What should we do?
Wow, well, what makes you think like that's my specialty?
You got those goggles and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I can like pick a spot. Let's go look at it. But I mean, I'm not like some investigator. I mean, I spend all my time in the office. But yeah, I mean, I would say, you know, we passed a couple Rolls Royces and they stood out to me on the way over here. So my guess would be go where the cool cars are instead of all these busted up ones that have been desolate and left behind, and check those buildings out.
You want to rob a Rolls Royce? You think you could handle that much machine?
I mean, maybe.
Hey, you guys
Your passive aggressiveness today has really started to stand out to me.
I'm sorry, man.
With the whole unlocking the phone and do you think you can handle a Rolls Royce? Like, this is getting a little out of hand.
Look, man. I'm going through some shit. All right, it's just I'm cool. My bad.
All
I
right.
apologize.
I mean, I love you. Like,
You could handle a Royce, I'm sure,
we're cool. We're cool.
but we should definitely steal one. And following one is a great idea.
did you figure it out, Kirby? Are you able to hear us now? I think he's still having technical issues. No voice or video. His computer doesn't like him. All right, he's doing his thing anyways. So with this, you have found yourself in a new world. You know the prince is nearby. You kind of have a beat on it. And you've even heard Clara like mention a couple times when you mentioned the prince exactly where he is. And it sounds like you're kind of going to be coming up with I don't know, like some sort of like road heist or something for a Rolls Royce or something in this situation. So what I think I'm going to do is I think at this point, since it's almost that time and there's no sense getting into something new with only 10 minutes to spare, we're going to wrap it up here for now, especially since we got some tech gremlins apparently rearing their head.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to give everyone an experience point for the night coming in. You made little bit of headway here and what's going on.
Even with all the bits of research in the beginning. Didn't really get many discoveries through our.
That's true. You did make an extra discovery that I am going to give you 2 experience points. That is a good
Let's
point.
go.
I'll give you 2 experience points.
Ash, the group negotiator.
And then
Getting the picture of the dude early.
yeah,
And the vampire dude early.
we're sticking with the 2 for now. I mean, I'm normally pretty like open about the experience. I give you guys a lot more experience than the system normally suggests, but I just like doing that because I gives them the equivalent of a Monty Hall DM for experience. But I like doing it. And yeah, we're going to stick with that for now. Through the course of the week, if you can think of any advancements you've made on character arcs or anything, feel free to discuss it, and we can see if there's any like advancements you made there, any extra experience or next steps, or any discussions you want. If you want new character arcs or anything, feel free to let me know, because that's always a fun way to guide your characters, and we can. It's a good way to have discussions over the course of the week between sessions as need be. So yeah, normal outro. Of course, everyone here's streamers, content creators. Their links and everything are in the doobly-doo below. Go ahead and check them out. And we're gonna keep it nice and brief tonight. Check them out. all of them. There's other streams and games and everything going on throughout the week, so you're going to want to see what it's all about. I'm excited, I know personally, to get back to everything on Wednesdays. I want to see where this shit is going to go at this point, so we'll see what's going on. So thank you for watching the stream, and ignore the weird glitchiness happening below. I think it's been a good stream altogether. As always, stay healthy, stay safe, and have a good one, eh?